Yo, Atlas speaking, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. What if I was reincarnated in the world of Pokemon and became the greatest Pokemon tactician? Synopsis: if Alex ever got the chance to get transmigrated into a world, he would choose Pokemon World. Since it is relatively safe. It is easy to earn money. Not to mention, such an adventurous and intriguing world. But when his wish somehow came true, he regretted it. Make sure to check out the author of the story, both linked in the description. Let the tale begin. Chapter 1, Kanto Region, Pewter City. A teen about 16 years old is sitting on a public bench diagonally opposite to the shop. The boy was wearing a set of cheap, ill-fitting clothes. His slightly handsome face has a pair of bruises. The boy's name is Alex Stark. He is a villager living in the countryside, which is outside of Pewter City. He is currently working in Pewter City to make money. Unfortunately, the money he earned from working hard in a steel factory was snatched away by a group of Team Rocket ruffians. Alex is rebellious by nature. But when he saw that everyone from the group of Rouges was holding a Pokeball in their hands, he decisively chose to give up. Because he knew that if he decided to rebel, it might be the last decision of his life. The motherfuckers robbed me again, and the police didn't do anything about it. No matter which world you live in, your future will always be in the hands of others if you are so weak. If you want to control your destiny, you must have the power in your hand first. In fact, in addition to being a villager in the countryside outside Pewter City, the boy also has another identity, that is, he is a person from the 21st century Earth. When he was on Earth, his name was Alex Stark too. Alex was a 22-year-old man who spent his time playing games, and one of his favorite games was Pokemon, one to forge in. His life was pretty dull, and he had a part-time job that was hardly fun. Alex would describe himself as an average person, but he is very good at thinking about things and always tries to find the easiest and best way to achieve his goals. But in his world, he has never found a goal that interested him. He always thought that if he ever gets to be reincarnated into a world, then he would prefer the Pokemon world. It is relatively safe, easy to earn money, and an intriguing world to explore. But the reality is often disappointing. On his first day in the Pokemon world, he became an orphan. And he was thrown out of the orphanage on his birthday. In order not to starve to death, he looked for a job in a steel factory. The foreman took pity on him and gave him a job, but as soon as he had some money, it was robbed from these Team Rocket ruffians, and the police said that they can't do anything to help him since he is not registered in the Alliance. And you can only register in the Alliance if your father or mother is registered in it or if you know a powerful person in the Alliance. What a shitty system. Although 80% of all citizens are registered, it is terrible for those who are not registered. They can hardly protect themselves from criminals. The only way to deal with a Pokemon is a Pokemon. This is the most frequently heard remark since Alex came to this world. Alex also agrees with this sentence. Because of the invention of Pokeball or Pokemon items with similar functions, humankind finally gained the power to fight against Pokemon. A profession called trainer also began to emerge from the Pokemon world and became vital for humankind to gradually dominate this world. Once upon a time, Alex was very excited when he knew he had traversed into the Pokemon world. He was also looking forward to becoming a trainer like Red in the game. Unfortunately, the profession of trainer, which has been dealing with Pokemon for a long time, is a high-risk profession in itself. The number of people who want to become trainers every year is very high, but there are very few people who can become a trainer. Think about it. Even with the Pokemon, trainer himself is still a human being. If you don't know how to use the subdued Pokemon to protect yourself, trainer will soon become a target. Although the strength is pleasing, the danger is also notably great. If you want to become a real trainer, first step is that you must be ready to die at any time. If you risk your life for fun and try to become a trainer, you are bound to regret it sooner or later. Moreover, not everyone can become a trainer. In addition to being a high-risk profession, trainer is also a high-risk investment profession. The second step of becoming a trainer is to find a way to get a talented Pokemon. Pokemon is a creature that everyone knows very well. But you have to be careful while dealing with them. Once you anger it, it can kill you at any time. Most of those people who want to catch Pokemon with their bare hands have already died or are badly injured. The fastest and safest way to get Pokemon is to buy it with money. Because many people want to become trainers, a profession called Pokemon hunters came into being. Of course, the Pokemon that you spend money to buy are classified into grades according to their potential. The more money you spend, the better Pokemon you can get. But you should know that even a very ordinary Rattata needs a price of 1,000 Alliance coins. For those with lower family conditions, this is not good news. You have to know Alex earns 1,400 Alliance coins after a month of hard work. From that, he has to pay rent and buy food to eat. That leaves him with only 500 Alliance coins. So he has to work 2 months to buy only a weak Pokemon, and not to forget he has to purchase Pokemon food too. Taking care of a Pokemon is not cheap. Chapter 2, Starter Pokemon is also very important. After all, one starter Pokemon is a Rattata caught by the roadside, and the other starter Pokemon is a Charmander. Which Pokemon will achieve higher achievements in the future? Of course, the answer is obvious. After an ordinary person acquires a Pokemon and becomes a trainer, they must train their Pokemon. As for how to train them, it depends on the abilities of each trainer. Generally speaking, civilian trainers can only explore on their own. But in this case, it's very likely to train your Pokemon into a waste. At the same time, training Pokemon also requires resources. The two most necessary resources for a trainer are remedies like potions and Pokemon food. Therefore, in addition to proper training methods, trainers who have not yet been able to grow must also have enough financial support. Okay, if I want to become a Pokemon trainer, I need help. But the Alliance is not very helpful. Team Rocket is a good option too. As far as I know, they are running a Team Rocket rookie test. And I know you'll get a Pokemon as soon as you go to the Team Rocket rookie test. But the problem is that if you want to leave, Team Rocket will see you as a traitor and try to kill you. Besides, Team Rocket is still a dangerous criminal organization. Am I ready to join such an organization? But as far as I know, Team Rocket rewards rookies with good potential. Okay, I have thought about this for a long time, months, and there is no other better option than me joining Team Rocket. I have no money, no background, and no system to become stronger. I need help, and if only Team Rocket is going to give me a chance, then I have to take it. Apart from that, the Alliance is not such a great organization too. My apartment is in the slum, where I happen to see where I have to go to register for the Team Rocket rookie test. With a trace of nervousness, Alex went towards the front of the rundown shop and looked at the man sitting on a chair behind the counter. The dilapidated shop is located at the edge of the southern suburbs of Pewter City, which is the least economically prosperous area of the southern region. The apartment that Alex currently rents is nearby this shop. However, Alex found that every time a particular day comes, a group of people will come here one after another. And it is not like they have come to this store to buy things. Because through their clothes, it is not difficult to see that most of these people are poor like him. After a bit of asking in passing, Alex realized that this shop is looking for recruits for the Team Rocket test. All the people who have come today to this shabby shop have come to take the Team Rocket rookie test. Perceiving Alex's arrival, the man slightly opened his eyes and looked at him, then said in a somewhat hoarse voice, "Have you thought clearly? You know, after entering, it will be difficult to get out of it. Please tell me the directions, mister. I have nothing to lose. So I am not afraid of anything." Facing the old man's question, Alex replied in a very calm tone. Alex knows that he has nothing in this world. He doesn't even have a normal way to become a trainer. The Alliance is impossible to accept an unregistered trainer. He may get even arrested immediately. Therefore, if he wants to become a trainer and also wants to obtain resources to go further on his trainer's journey, he must carefully choose a powerful organization. From the current point of view, the best choice for Alex is undoubtedly Kanto's Team Rocket. From games, animations, and manga, It is not difficult to see that Team Rocket is the strongest dark organization. Especially Team Rocket in Kanto region. Its strength and enormous resources are impossible to compare with the dark forces in other regions. If Alex wants to become a powerful trainer, joining Team Rocket is undoubtedly a great choice. In his impression, Giovanni is undoubtedly a very qualified boss. He has charisma and intelligence. It is not comparable to the boss of dark organizations in other regions. And he spares no effort in the raising new talents. The man laughed. Haha, it looks like you're determined. Do you see the marks on the stone? Follow these marks, and you will reach the end. The man stopped smiling immediately, then threw a small object towards Alex. Alex looked at what the man had handed over and found that it was just a plain black stone. This stone is something similar to a token. Without it, probably nothing will happen even if you find the destination. Chapter 3. Afterward, Alex followed the direction pointed by the man and found the stone. If you look closely, you could see an arrow pointing right into a forest. Alex followed the direction for 10 minutes until he met a Spearow. The Spearow sat outside a cabin in the woods. However, as soon as Alex appeared, an ugly man opened the door and stopped. He immediately turned his head to look at the kid, who had come out of the woods. The ugly man looked threateningly at Alex. Hey, what are you doing here, brat? Alex was an adult in his previous life, so he was not at all afraid. He faced the ugly man and the Spearow staring at him. Except for the tinge of tension on his face, he was not panicked at all. Alex showed the black token to the ugly man. The eyesight of the ugly man seems to be very good. As soon as Alex raised the black token in his hand, he had already noticed it. Get in, brat. The ugly man said coldly to Alex and opened the door. The door opened, but Alex couldn't see anything there as it was very dark inside. After Alex handed the token to the ugly man in front of the door, he walked into the darkness. And as soon as he entered, the man immediately closed the door. And Alex suddenly lost consciousness. When Alex opened his eyes again, he was in a bright place that has the size of a football stadium. He was lying on the floor, surrounded by approximate 80 standing or sitting people. Here is the place where the Team Rocket will perform the rookie's test. Alex thought, how did I suddenly become unconscious without feeling any pain? The thought alone of it scares me. No, keep calm. You are now too deep into this to change anything. I should rather think about how I can work out an advantage in the test. Time passed very quietly, and during this period, people would appear suddenly. For Alex, it looked like the teleport from the Pokemon games. Alex thought, Team Rocket is trying hard for this rookie's test. Is this how it gets done every time, or is it due to the current supervisor of the test? Alex also tried to get in touch with others for information but found that the people here were very guarded. About 10 minutes later, the people from Team Rocket finally arrived. Team Rocket members wearing Team Rocket uniforms swiftly walked out of the gate. They rudely expelled people on the edge of the room and then arranged them and the rest of the rookies in a very orderly manner. A few seconds later, a good-looking woman came out of the entrance. She looked about 25 years old. She wore a Team Rocket elite uniform and had blonde hair and a good figure. But none of the 100 rookies looked at her pervertedly. Well, probably because she had a thick, deadly aura around her. Welcome, everyone. My name is Lisa. I am the instructor of your group of recruits. Okay, I hope you can all listen to me. I will never say it a second time. Bring me the Pokemon, a good-looking woman named Lisa said in a loud voice. As soon as she finished speaking, several Team Rocket members quickly brought out a few large suitcases and then placed them on the open space in front of the podium. A large number of red and white Pokeballs are neatly arranged, 150. Alex thought, there is a maximum of 100 people here. So why are there so many more Pokemon than people? Probably so that everyone can choose their optimal Pokemon without pressure. The test is pretty fair so far. I won't talk any more nonsense. As you have seen it, this is the initial benefit that our Team Rocket gives you rookies. Go, Choose one Pokeball out of them. But remember, you cannot release the Pokemon inside. And once you choose, you can't replace it. Lisa spoke again when it was Alex's turn to choose. There were only around 60 Pokemon left. He was one of the last ones to select the Pokeball. Not that it matters much. Alex stepped forward and saw the Pokemon, which were available to choose from: Rattata, Spearow, Zubat, Coughing, and Ekans. Chapter 4. Alex thought, in terms of battle strength, among these 5 Pokemons, Ekans is undoubtedly the strongest, followed by Coughing. But if you can evolve Zubat into Crobat, then Zubat is by far the strongest Pokemon to select. His stats can be comparable to the original starter Pokemon. The problem is that there is no 100% guarantee that the Zubat will get evolved into Crobat. As a fan of Pokemon, Alex is naturally familiar with these 5 kinds of Pokemon common in Kanto. Among them, Ekans and Coughing are the Pokemon that are standard in Team Rocket. These 2 kinds of Pokemon are Poison-type Pokemon. Poison-type Pokemon are powerful in this world. You have to know that in this world, if a Pokemon is poisoned and you do not have an antidote available, then your Pokemon may lose strength permanently, or in the worst case, it dies without any medical care. That is why poison Pokemon are quite dangerous in the Pokemon world. If a person is bitten by a weak poison Pokemon and does not take the antidote within 1 hour, he will probably die. Of course, it depends on the Pokemon that poisoned the person. In the wild Pokemon habitat, the poison-type Pokemon is an unhindered existence. Generally, when a weaker or equally strong Pokemon sees a poison-type Pokemon, it will turn around and escape. Coughing, especially, can be resourceful. Whether it is releasing black smoke to confuse the enemy or a suicidal attack at a critical moment, Coughing is a very useful Pokemon to have. Plus, its good habit of not being picky eaters belongs to Pokemon, who are easy to raise and are quite resourceful. However, these 2 poison-type Pokemon, like the starter Pokemon of Rookie Trainer, are very unqualified. You must know, just like a trainer chooses the Pokemon also chooses the trainer. If the trainer's ability is not enough to make Pokemon recognize him, he is likely to be attacked by the Pokemon, and to be attacked by a poison-type Pokemon is a dangerous thing. Especially, this kind of Pokemon, who has no emotional intellect like Ekans. Among the remaining 3 Pokemon, Rattata was immediately eliminated by Alex. The reason is simple. Although Rattata is very good to feed, its upside potential is extremely low. If it is a lure Rattata, then he may consider it. Alex is also not so arrogant to think that he can bring a Rattata to elite strength. It's not as if he knows any special training methods for Rattata or Pokemon food that increases the potential of Rattata. There is no reason to make it difficult for yourself. And he doesn't have cheats like other main characters in fanfics. Subsequently, in the last 2 choices of Spearow and Zubat, Alex launched intense thinking and comparison. Compared to Zubat, Spearow's battle strength is undoubtedly better early. But do I want to be an average trainer? Even if it's arrogant, I think that with my modern knowledge and strong willpower, I have a solid chance to become an elite trainer even without a system. So if my goal is to become an elite trainer, then I should be willing to bet a bit. Although I don't know how exactly Zubat evolves in this world, I roughly know that it will evolve with enough friendship. Power of Nakama for the win. If I treat Zubat like a family member, I think that he can evolve into Crobat later without any problems. That's an advantage. I'm pretty sure that I love Pokemon and also understand that it is best to treat Pokemon like family members. Zubat is a nocturnal creature. Although the battle strength will decrease during the day, his outstanding detection ability is much greater than the other Pokemon. Alex also has a good idea of how to conquer Zubat. According to his understanding of bats, Zubat is very afraid of the light. As long as I grasp the weakness of Zubat, the difficulty of conquering Zubat is not very difficult. Another point is that Alex is very confident in training Zubat. From its name of Zubat, it is not difficult to understand what the innate ability of this Pokemon is. That's right, the sound wave is Zubat's innate ability. And Alex, as a modern person, has a better understanding of how sound waves work than the normal people in this world. He knows how mighty the power of sound can be. After deciding on his starter Pokemon, Alex took a random Zubat Pokeball. At the same time, his eyes lit up a little blue glow. The information of this Zubat appears in front of his eyes. Pokemon, Zubat LV, 11 type, poison flying abilities, inner focus gender, male potential, silver moves, absorb, ultrasonic, astonish, bite, wing attack, innate talent, shadow ball. Chapter 5, Alex thought, what the fuck? Why do I get a system so late? I have been in this world for several months. Also, why is the system so bad? It only gives me information about Pokemon. Although knowing what potential a Pokemon has can be very useful for a trainer. But it doesn't give me any other advantages. No, the fact that I even have a system is an advantage over other trainers. I can buy or catch Pokemon who have good potential and build a powerful team. Team Rocket member yelled, "Hey, brat! What are you standing around here? You already got a Pokemon, so make room for the others rookies." Alex said, "Yes, sir." Alex thought, bastard. I wanted to take the Pokemon with the best potential. Now I can only work with this Pokemon. Though I have to say that my luck is pretty good to get a silver potential Pokemon. Potential is very important in this world. Although potential only says how strong the Pokemon can usually get, it doesn't say how strong the Pokemon is now. Basically, it defines the usual upper limit of the level that a Pokemon can reach. Apart from that, you can improve the potential of Pokemon with rare or legendary items. The problem obviously is that it is difficult to get hold of these items. Other trainers also know how significant the potential is for a Pokemon. But in this world, there is no simple way to determine the potential of a Pokemon except to see how fast it levels up. I hope we can become good friends, maybe even family members. I'll try my best to make you as strong as possible, Zubat. Alex thought in his mind, holding the Pokeball. Then, under the impatient eyes of others, Alex went back to where he woke up in the starting. Interesting. Watching Alex walking back calmly under the gaze of everyone, Lisa standing on the podium and looked abnormally at the sight of Alex. Well, since you all have selected Pokemon, you can release them now and try to conquer them. You have 7 days for this, and the first 10 people to do this will get generous rewards. The faster you are, the better the rewards you will get, said Lisa with a playful expression. When Lisa was talking, Alex, who was in the crowd, noticed the members of Team Rocket who surrounded them. The faces of these people were humorous, watching the rookies with interest. Alex thought, this bitch knows that trying to conquer wild Pokemon without a plan or other Pokemon is as good as impossible. Particularly if you haven't caught them yourself. And she still stimulated the crowd with the talk about rewards. Rattata, use tackle. Ekans, listen to me. I'm your trainers now. Spearow, we'll be friends from now on. Okay? Coughing, use tackle. After hearing the words of the instructor Lisa and the rewards, most of the Team Rocket rookies' face showed ecstasy. These people thought that they are smart enough or charismatic enough to impress the Pokemon. Lisa's words had poured oil in the fire. Alex immediately ran towards the side of the Team Rocket members who released their Pokemon and circled the rookies. Many rookies also understood what was wrong and ran in the direction of the Team Rocket members. These Pokemons that came out of Rookie's Pokeball, they first looked around, especially in the direction of Lisa's Pokemon. They looked at Lisa's Spearow with fearful looks. The orders from the rookies were ignored by them. For a time, the scene was pretty embarrassing. Facing this situation, the faces of those rookies who were formerly full of confidence couldn't help but show an expression of embarrassment or surprise. These people have hardly had any education about Pokemon and know Pokemon mainly from the elite fights on the TV. Without money and a family, it is difficult to collect relevant knowledge to become a Pokemon trainer. They thought that as long as they release the Pokemon from their Pokeball, they will follow their orders. Later, a couple of stupid trainers yelled at their Pokemon for ignoring their orders. Of course, the Pokemon reacted aggressively and attacked their trainers. Alex thought. Sure enough, most people here have been raised by Alliance as followers and have lived their whole life in the fairy tale. In general, Alliance seldom lets people in the areas under their rule know about the terrifying world of wild Pokemon. Almost everyone promotes Pokemon as a good friend and partner of mankind. Due to that, the overwhelming majority has no experience regarding Pokemon. Immediately, chaos broke out. An Ekans bit his trainer, a coughing spit gas out of his mouth, and a Spearow pecked at his trainer's head fiercely. Fortunately, this kind of chaos went by quickly. Under the instructions of the instructor Lisa, a group of Team Rocket soldiers who were watching the play started fighting. And they were very skilled in commanding their Pokemon. Quickly, all Rookie's Pokemon were defeated and put back into their Pokeballs. Chapter 6. Immediately afterward, these Team Rocket soldiers carried those who were dying or were injured after being attacked by Pokemon and sent them to the emergency room for treatment. Alex thought, I'm lucky that I knew that wild Pokemon are very dangerous, or that would have happened to me too. Soon, the entire ground fell into a dead silence again. The overwhelming majority of rookies looked at the Pokeballs in their hands with fear. Lisa said sadistically, "Oh, it looks like none of you losers will get the rewards today. What a pity. By the way, I forgot to tell you. The Pokemon in your hands were harvested in the wild not long ago. You should hurry up. If you can't conquer your Pokemon in a week, then you have to start as Team Rocket Lackey. By the way, 80% of all Team Rocket lackeys do not manage to rise to Team Rocket members. Well, I don't want to talk any more nonsense. I will give you a week. No matter what method you use, only those who successfully tame Pokemon in their hands can become the real members of our Team Rocket. Those who can't do it will all be starting from the rank lackey. Our Team Rocket will never raise trash." The rookies heard the words of Lisa and looked anxiously at the floor. Only about 20 people still looked at Lisa. Alex belongs to this group too. At this time, Lisa was also watching the performance of the rookies. After discovering that there were still a few good seedlings in this batch of the rookies, she was a little relieved in her heart. She is currently a recruit instructor, and it is her job to train rookies for the organization. If she fails to meet the minimum training targets, her promotion path will be considerably affected. Lisa is a dangerous person in the Team Rocket organization. Almost all female Team Rocket members are cold or sadistic, but Lisa is particularly bad. She likes to rape and torture good-looking boys. Of course, she can't just rape Team Rocket members. There are rules. As long as a subordinate doesn't provoke her, she can't attack him. But as soon as the subordinate steps out of this line, she can do whatever she wants with him. The organization allows these elites to train rookies, and the intention is also very obvious. One is to assist them to train more outstanding Team Rocket members, and two to allow them to grow their influence within the organization. Team Rocket Elite Captain, who wants to become a Team Rocket executive, needs a strong influence in the organization. Of course, if you are very powerful, you can be promoted directly by Giovanni. Lisa clapped her hands and said, "Follow the Team Rocket members." Subsequently, the Team Rocket soldiers who received the order also acted, like escorting the prisoners, and took Alex and other Team Rocket rookie out of the room. After being taken out of the room, Alex and the others entered the large secret base built by Team Rocket underground in Pewter City and were finally brought to the public dining hall. Alex and the rookies ate there for 10 minutes before they left the public dining hall. Then the soldiers brought the rookies to the recruit dormitory where every rookie gets a room to live. As soon as Alex entered his room, he saw that the room was simple. There was a bed, table, kitchen, bathroom, and even a computer on the table. Although the room was small and simple, it was better than the apartment Alex had rented. In the closet, Alex saw 2 Team Rocket uniforms that are worn by recruits. It is worth mentioning that these 2 uniforms are not simple. They are made of excellent materials by Team Rocket. They are not only light and strong, but also have functions like fire prevention and electricity prevention. Alex also spotted a device on the table which looked like a cell phone. though it seems to have more functions. The more Alex discovered, the more shocked he was by this cell phone. This device is called TRH, and every Team Rocket member has one. In addition to the identification function, it has many more functions, such as space backpack, communication, and similar bank cards. Inside Team Rocket, the universal currency is a virtual currency called TR points. This virtual currency is essential in Team Rocket. As long as the integral points are sufficient, you can exchange them in the exchange system inside Team Rocket for different items. Team Rocket is more powerful than I thought. Chapter 7. The strength of Team Rocket is so great because of its big business. In many cities, they have many of their industries, and most of the staff in these industries are naturally Team Rocket's people. The actual number of powerful trainers in Team Rocket is not very large. Most Team Rocket members are responsible for logistics work. Besides, raising powerful trainers costs a large number of resources. If there is not enough logistical power to support, the people of Team Rocket can only go broke. Many people think that the way the Dark Organization obtains resources is by plundering, but that cannot be more wrong. Plundering is the lowest and slowest resource collection method. They are very good at creating and cultivating resources. For example, Sylph Company is controlled by Team Rocket behind the scenes. Not to forget that Team Rocket owns the largest casino in Kanto. These are all huge cash cows created and cultivated by Team Rocket. That's why the strength of Team Rocket is so powerful that even Alliance does not dare to move against them simply. After all, Team Rocket has successfully integrated into the Alliance's body. If Alliance wants to pull out the Team Rocket by the roots, it will suffer the damage itself too. Alex opened his TRH device and found that there were 500 TR points on his account. He found 5 departments in the exchange system: 1 Pokemon, 2 TM, 3 Pokemon items, 4 Pokemon training method, 5 Pokemon food. Alex first looked at the Pokemon items, where he found many useful things, like low-quality Firestones, potions, antidote, Pokeballs, Great Balls, freshwater, soda pop, lemonade. In this world, healing objects like lemonade or potions don't only heal injuries but also give back the original physical strength to the tired Pokemon. Of course, cheap healing items like lemonade are several times worse than the top healing items like max potions. This is why rich trainers have a strong advantage over regular trainers. For example, a rich trainer can train his Pokemon 2 times effectively in the same training time. That's because a Pokemon only takes a certain number of healing items per day. And the better the healing items are, the more efficient the training is. Okay. I've now ordered everything I need to conquer Zubat. I hope it arrives soon. About 1 hour later, someone knocked on Alex's door. He opened the room and saw a middle-aged man in a lackey uniform standing outside the door carrying a package. As mentioned before, in Team Rocket, the people who are lower than the recruits are the lackeys. These people are the people who have not passed the recruit test. They are at the bottom of Team Rocket. Their role is similar to the handyman. Yes, they do all the dirty work. Of course, these miscellaneous personnel has not totally lost the opportunity to continue to be promoted, but their promotion path is several times more difficult than when they were recruits. After all, they have been in the most severely exploited position without any source of TR points. The lackey work can only guarantee their 3 meals a day and accommodation. Without any communication, Alex took the package from the lackey and closed the door again. Alex thought, you can't blame anyone but yourself. After all, Team Rocket is a dark organization. Those who fail to pass the trial of recruits are destined to receive serious exploitation by Team Rocket. In the package were an iron cage, earplugs, a strong flashlight, and 10-liter blood plasma. All of this cost Alex 290 TR points. He now only had 210 TR points left. Alex thought, fuck. I hardly have any money left. How can I train my Pokemon effectively without enough money? The most efficient way to get money is to collect Megastones and Keystones and then sell them. The problem: the world doesn't know yet about Megastones. And if I try to sell this information with my strength, I die in 99 out of 100 cases. No, I have to keep the information about Megastone secret for now. Later I can take advantage of it. There's also the possibility of catching Pokemons with good potential and then selling them for a high price. Although in this world, no device can determine the potential exactly. But as soon as the Pokemon is caught, we can roughly estimate how good the potential of the Pokemon is. The problem I have is that I don't want to harm Pokemon. Although I am ready to kill Pokemon and people if necessary, but killing innocent Pokemon and people is too much. Okay, I'll do it like this. If a Pokemon attacks me without provocation, then I'll see it as an enemy who tried to kill me. After all, Pokemon attacks are no joke. I think I can live with this rule. I am no Batman after all. But first, I need a strong Pokemon to catch and sell Pokemon. Okay, let's start with conquering Zubat. Chapter 8, Everything is ready. Come out, Zubat. After taking a deep breath, Alex put on the earplugs, then pressed the button in the center of the Pokeball and threw it in the iron cage. Then he quickly closed the iron cage and picked up the flashlight. In the next second, a white light shot into the air from the open Pokeball. After the white light disappeared, a Zubat of regular size appeared in front of Alex. Alex said kindly, "Hey, Zubat. My name is Alex, and I'll be your trainer in the future. I know you don't want a trainer, but I promise you that I will treat you respectfully and try to make you the strongest Zubat, Crobat, in the world." However, this Zubat seemed to have been kept in the Pokeball for a very long time. The sound coming out of the small belly is the best proof. Now that the stomach was rumbling with hunger, he looked at Alex like food and quickly attacked him with ultrasonic. Fortunately, Alex had worn the earplugs, so this attack didn't harm him. Sure enough, you want to do it the hard way. Remember, this is what you asked for. Seeing Zubat looking at him as prey, Alex's eyes became cold and immediately turned on the button of the flashlight. The flashlight was aimed at Zubat, who was fearfully looking at him. The next moment, Zubat was hit hard by the intensely bright light and screamed out in pain. Zubat does not have eyes, but he is still remarkably afraid of bright light. If exposed to bright light for a long time, it can even die. Zubat has to evolve into Golbat to lose his weakness to light. Zubat, I know you can understand me. Now that you have been caught by me, I don't want to continue to hurt you with light. How about you follow my orders and become my Pokemon? At some distance, Alex said to Zubat after turning off the flashlight. But Zubat just looked at Alex without emotion. This wild and unruly Zubat didn't want to be obedient to him. Alex thought, fuck, with normal Zubat, this method shouldn't have been a problem. But this talented Zubat is harder to conquer than the normal ones. As soon as Zubat saw that Alex was not paying attention to it, he got pissed off. And out of anger, he attacked Alex's direction with a shadow ball. The small shadow ball hit the iron cage and left a visible dent. Alex was now angry like a Gyarados. He quickly switched on the flashlight. Under the continuation of the intense light, Zubat soon began to make a crying sound to Alex, begging for mercy, but Alex ignored him. Alex has understood it now. If he wants to conquer this Zubat who just tried to kill him twice, he must take it head on. About 1 minute later, Zubat was already weak and dropped on the ground resignedly. At this time, Alex turned off the bright light. When Alex approached Zubat, Zubat trembled with fear. Alex smiled when he saw Zubat's scared appearance. Don't worry, Zubat. You are my Pokemon now, I won't hurt you anymore. Drink it, this is your food. Alex tore the plasma bag on the table and poured the fresh blood into a Pokemon plate, and then he opened the iron cage. When Alex tore the plasma bag, a strong smell of blood emanated from it. And Zubat, who was extremely sensitive to the smell of blood, immediately smelled it. Zubat wanted to drink it, but because he was still afraid of Alex and there was a flashlight in his hand, he just stared at the blood in the Pokemon plate from a distance. After several gentle persuasion by Alex, Zubat was unable to endure the hunger. Under the gaze of Alex, who continued to hold the flashlight, he approached the Pokemon plate carefully. As soon as he saw that Zubat had finished drinking, he put the flashlight on the table and walked towards Zubat. Alex thought, you have to show confidence to be able to impress it. And it's not like I can carry around a flashlight for a lifetime. Be my partner, Zubat. Alex stretched out a hand and said to Zubat. Zubat, who was flying in midair, hesitated for a while. And finally, he landed on the arm Alex had extended and quietly looked at Alex. Alex said happily, nice. From this moment on, one person and one bat finally established a good friendship. Pokemon, Zubat LD, 11 attribute, poison flying abilities, inner focus gender, male potential, silver moves, absorb, ultrasonic, astonish, bite, wing attack, innate talent, shadow ball. Chapter 9, Alex said happily, okay, now that I've conquered my Pokemon, I should go to Instructor Lisa quickly to get my reward. I hope I was the quickest of the rookies. Right, Zubat? Zubat only gave him a look of not my problem. Alex said, of course, that's your problem too. Who do you think I will spend the money on? Zubat looked a bit confused and then excited. His opinion of Alex rose sharply. Now, whenever he looks at Alex, he has an expression of what a good trainer. Most of Pokemon's minds are still very simple. As long as you treat them well, they will be close to you and treat you well. As Alex moved towards Instructor Lisa's room, he thought, wait. Now I have a Pokemon to protect me and an efficient way of conquering Zubat. There will probably be a lot of rookies who are willing to pay TR points to get help. I mean, which rookie wants to start as a Team Rocket lackey who can hardly get a promotion? I'm sure many would pay me 200 or even 500 TR points. And I can even rent the items for the Zubat conquering to these rookies, iron cage, earplugs, flashlight. When Alex walked towards Lisa's room, the rookies looked at Alex and his Zubat on his shoulder with jealousy. One of them even looked at Alex with anger. His name was Lars. Lars was very tall for his age, about 180 centimeters. Because of his size, he was feared by the underdeveloped teens. That gave this Lars a big ego. He thought he would be the first one to control his Pokemon. But a weak-looking guy prevented that from happening. That hurt his big ego a great deal. He walked towards Alex and asked with a loud voice with visible anger, hey, how did you capture your Pokemon? Alex thought, this idiot wants to threaten a person with a Pokemon without even owning one. Quite a blockhead. Alex looked coldly at Lars and said, shut up, you idiot. If you want to know how I did it, give me 300 TP points, and I may tell you. Lars got even angrier and said, you little bastard. Do you think that just because there are cameras in the hallway, you are protected? Once you are out of sight of Team Rocket, nobody can save you from me. Alex gave Lars a menacing look. I'll give you one last chance. Get away and give me 100 TR points as compensation. Or you've just made yourself a powerful enemy. As soon as Lars heard what Alex had said and seen the cold eyes of Alex, he suddenly became stiff. Fuck! I'm such a hothead. What do I do now? Thought Lars. Suddenly Lars said in a friendly manner, sorry, friend. Please, let's forget about what just happened. How about I give you 300 TR points, and you help me to conquer my Zubat? Alex said coldly, 400. 350. Alex said coldly, 400 again. Lars looked at the floor and said quietly, okay. Alex suddenly said peacefully, okay. I'll come to your room when I have time. Then they both exchanged contacts, and Alex went ahead. The personnel ranks in Team Rocket are generally divided into 7 levels: Team Rocket Lackey, Team Rocket Member, Team Rocket Elite Member, Team Rocket Captain, Team Rocket Elite Captain, Team Rocket Executive, Boss, Giovanni, of course, direct subordinates of Giovanni like Koga, Lieutenant Surge, and Sabrina, besides the 3 beasts Car, ORM, and Surd, have at least the same status as Team Rocket Executive. That means that if you manage to become a direct subordinate of Giovanni, nobody in the Team Rocket can order you, except Giovanni. There are only 3 places that Alex can freely enter and exit. The first is the public dining hall, the second is the recruit dormitory, the third is the public training ground. That means Alex has to wait in front of the captain dormitory or contact instructor Lisa with the TRH device. Alex thought that the best option was to stand in front of the captain's dormitory to reach her. As soon as Alex wanted to leave the recruit dormitory, instructor Lisa and an Alakazam appeared before him. Alex looked at the information from Alakazam and was shocked at how strong it was. Pokemon, Alakazam LV, 49 attribute, psychic abilities, inner focus gender, female potential, silver moves, disable, kinesis, teleport, Psybeam, reflect, ally cut, switch, psycho, recover, psyshock, psychic, role play, future sight, TM, fire punch, TM, ice punch, TM, thunder punch, TM, hyper beam, TM, light screen, TM, protect, innate talent. Substitute Lisa says seductively, "Hey, sweetie, where are you going?" Chapter 10. Alex was briefly stunned, but he recovered quickly and said calmly, "Hello, Instructor Lisa. My name is Alex Stark, and I just conquered my Pokemon. I wanted to report it to you." Lisa said seductive, "Sweetie, am I not a beautiful elder sister? Why are you not reacting at all? This is a bit rude." Seeing Alex was still calm, Lisa frowned. Alex's indifferent expression made Lisa doubt her charm, though not that much. Although Alex thought that Lisa looked very good, he knows that there is no nice person in Team Rocket. Especially the female members who have to show strength or madness to scare away the male members. Lisa saw that the fish didn't take the bait and said boringly, "Okay. You're the first rookie to conquer your Pokemon. That's why you get 1000 TR points and 3 Ultra Ball as a reward. The items and 3 Team Rocket members' suits will be delivered to you within an hour. But you don't have time to rest, be ready to fight with your Pokemon. When this week is over, the rookies will fight against each other to determine who among 100 rookies is the strongest one. If you are the strongest rookie of the bunch, not only will you get rewards, but you can also take part in a much better tournament." Lisa said sternly, "The strongest rookies in each city have the opportunity to participate in the rookie tournament organized by the boss. By the way, if you win the tournament, you will get a Larvitar Pokemon egg from the boss, and have the chance to become a direct subordinate of the boss in the future. Not to mention, you will also help me to get a promotion indirectly if you win. So make full efforts, honey." When she has finished speaking, she and Alakazam teleported away. Alex went back to his room. He took the items he used to conquer Zubat and headed towards Lars's room. Alex let Lars transfer the 400 TP points and gave the items to Lars. Then he explained how he conquered Zubat and asked him if he should wait in front of the door in case of an emergency. Lars was grateful for this suggestion and accepted it. 5 minutes later, Lars came out with a Zubat on his shoulder. Alex thought that he would be arrogant again with a Pokemon by himself. But to his surprise, he was very grateful for the help and asked to be his friend. Alex didn't think about it for long. After all, one more friend is better than one more enemy. As Alex went to his room, he thought about where to spend his 1600 TR points. He thought of TMs first. TMs like Protect, Taunt, Roost, Sludge Bomb, and Mega Drain are useful for Zubat. The problem is that they cost too much. Protect 1000 TR points, Taunt 5000 TR points, Roost at least 100,000 TR points, rare, not always available, Sludge Bomb 20,000 TR points, Mega Drain 10,000 TR points. As a second option, Alex thought of healing items. Healing items are divided under Focused on Injuries and Focused on Recovery. Focused on Injuries items do as the name says, take care of the injuries of the Pokemon. It also restores stamina, but the effect of restoring is worse than the items from Focus on Recovery. Focus on Recovery items restores stamina and weakly heals the Pokemon. The problem is that the healing items with the best effects naturally cost more. Injuries items, Potion 100 TR points, Super Potion 200 TR points, Hyper Potion 1000 TR points, Max Potion 5000 TR points. Recovery items, Freshwater 2 TR points, Soda Pop 5 TR points, Lemonade 10 TR points, Moo Moo Milk 50 TR points, Energy Powder 25 TR points, Energy Root 500 TR points. Recovery items like Moo Moo Milk are ideal for newborn Pokemon babies, and Freshwater, Soda Pop, Lemonade are recovery items for trainers who have little money. Energy Powder is mostly used by elite trainers. Energy Root is only used by wealthy trainers. You have to remember that you can only use one potion on a Pokemon per day. Injuries items, in general, are unpopular. Trainers rarely buy injuries items. They prefer to go to Pokemon Center if you are registered as a trainer in the Alliance, or to Team Rocket Pokemon Center if you are a member of Team Rocket. It is cheaper and more effective than a potion. Injuries items are considered emergency items to be used when your Pokemon is about to die. Alex thought about what to buy for 1 hour and came up with the most critical items he needs now. Alex decided to buy Protect for 1000 TR. Even though it costs a lot of money at the moment, Protect is a life-saving move in this world. Every good trainer wants his Pokemon to have Protect to be safe in an emergency. Besides, Pokemon can move in front of the trainer and then use Protect. So it is also a trainer's life-saving move. Alex also bought 10 Energy Powder for 250 TR points and 10 bottles of Tauros' blood for 320 TR points. The Energy Powders are there to ensure that training with Zubat is efficient. The Tauros blood is one of the most expensive blood that Team Rocket sells, but it's worth every point if it makes Zubat stronger and healthier. Okay. Goal number 1 is to look for rookies who also need help and get the necessary money from them. Goal number 2, become the strongest rookie of the 100 rookies and collect the rewards for winning. Then use the rewards to get even stronger, thought Alex with enthusiasm. Chapter 11, Alex closed his door to his room and thought over how he should train Zubat. The improvement of Pokemon's strength depends on 2 factors. The first one being the physical fitness of the Pokemon, and the second one being the move's mastery. Pokemon's physical fitness can be divided into 6 factors: HP, physical attack, physical defense, SP attack, SP defense, and speed. Pokemon's move's mastery can be divided into 3 levels: beginner, expert, and master. Both the physical fitness and move's mastery can be improved with special training. Let's say, for physical fitness training, you can ask your Pokemon to run at full speed for an hour. If you do it often enough, then your Pokemon will be faster than Pokemon of the same race that did not do such training. Move's mastery can be improved if you use a move often in training or in combat. For example, Zubat's Shadow Ball was so slow, small, and weak because his move mastery of Shadow Ball was only at the beginner rank. But if Zubat does this move 50 or even 100 times every day, it won't take long until his Shadow Ball is normal in strength, speed, and size. Of course, every Pokemon is different. For move mastery, it is important to have good potential. The better the potential the Pokemon has, the faster the Pokemon masters the move. How to improve Pokemon's combat strength? There are 2 ways. The first is to fight against other Pokemon, and the second is to train, moves mastery, and physical fitness. If a Pokemon increases its combat strength, its level rises. If a Pokemon is over LV 40, the Pokemon is considered an elite Pokemon, and the trainer who owns such a Pokemon is called an elite trainer. But not every Pokemon can become an elite Pokemon. Pokemon with a potential of normal can only reach LV 39 max. And don't forget, the lower the potential, the lower one's leveling up speed. Bronze Pokemon max LV is 49. Silver Pokemon max LV is 60. Gold Pokemon max LV is 75. Potential, normal, bronze, silver, gold? Alex thought, Zubat and his evolved form Crobat are assassin-type melee Pokemon, especially Crobat. It is logical to train Zubat this way early. Let Zubat master a few more long-range moves too. Getting into hand-to-hand combat isn't always the best option for Pokemon like Zubat. Okay, I will train Zubat special for speed tomorrow. Speed is one of the most important stats for Zubat now. If he is fast enough, he can execute a hit-and-run tactic. Of course, even if he is much faster than other Pokemon, some moves can hit Zubat. While Alex was lost in thought, he heard a knock on the door. When he opened the door, Alex saw the same Team Rocket lackey again, with a package with him. Alex received the package and closed the door. The package included 3 Ultra Ball, 3 Team Rocket member suits, TM, Protect, 10 energy powder, and 10 bottles of Tauros' blood. Zubat, who was bored sitting on Alex's shoulder, saw the Tauros' blood and started flying around excitedly in the room. After a few seconds, he calmed down and landed in front of Alex with a begging expression. Pokemon are so cute, thought Alex in his heart. Alex, haha. Okay, Zubat. I'll give you one of Tauros' blood bottles. But before that, I want you to do Shadow Ball 50 times. Also, be careful that you don't hit anything with it. I also want you to try to make the Shadow Ball as fast as you can without losing strength or stability. Zubat nodded and looked at Alex seriously, then he flew straight to a spot in the room with the most open space and started practicing Shadow Ball. Alex watched as Zubat made a slightly faster Shadow Balls. His Shadow Balls are getting a little faster every time Zubat uses them. Although the progress got slower after 50 Shadow Balls, his Shadow Balls were 1 second faster than before, 3s total. Now Zubat can make a Shadow Ball in 2s. Suddenly, a thick smell of blood pours through the room when Alex opened the Tauros' blood. He placed the bowl of Tauros' blood in front of the exhausted Zubat, and he also praised Zubat for his hard work. What a crazy day, thought Alex. He put his exhausted body on the bed and fell asleep immediately. Chapter 12. In the early morning, Alex suddenly heard an explosion from the recruit dormitory. He woke up immediately, put on his Team Rocket member uniform, took Zubat Pokeball, and left his room. Thick smoke began to emerge from the recruit's dormitory where the explosion occurred, and the ames spread quickly to the surrounding dormitories. The dormitory where Alex is located was also affected. After hearing the explosion in the dormitory building, Alex also stopped in his place immediately, lifted the head, and looked at the ur where the smoke was rising. He discovered that the dormitory where the explosion had occurred was his dormitory building. Alex immediately thought of the Pokemon Conf and felt a bit sad and sympathetic for such an unnecessary death. Alex couldn't help but pray, rest in peace. When a Pokemon uses the move Explosion, it becomes unconscious and suffers serious injuries. If not treated in time, it can never wake up again. That's why Pokemon rarely use Explosion, but Conf has a bad personality. Don't look at his stupid expression, Conf can easily be provoked. Of course, even when Conf is provoked, Conf rarely uses a move like Explosion. From the explosion, the ames and smoke spread quickly to the surrounding dormitories. In a short time, many rookies still in the dormitory rushed down from the dormitory, trying to run faster than ever. Each and everyone had an expression of anxiety on their faces. At the same time, some Team Rocket soldiers also rushed to the Re scene to put out the Re with Water-type Pokemon. The Re was quickly brought under control with the help of many Water-type Pokemon and then quickly extinguished. The Re was easily suppressed, and then these Team Rocket soldiers left the Re scene one after another. Team Rocket soldiers went into the room with the explosion and came out with several black plastic bags. The rookies who saw them all had a shocked expression on their faces. Lisa shouted furiously, "Hey, you idiots! Why do you want to conquer Pokemon in your room? It is much safer to do it on public training grounds. When an emergency occurs, others can help save your life." Lisa was frustrated. She thought, great! My group had such an idiot. This is gonna look bad in my report. And the lucky idiot didn't survive, so I have nowhere to use my frustration. Now I can only hope that one of these rookies wins the boss tournament, although the odds are minimal. At the same time, behind this sadness and sympathy, Alex's desire for strength had strengthened even more. The fact that life is so fragile was right in front of him. If you want to live, you can only make yourself stronger. When the Re ended, the recruit dormitory was not affected at all. Except, one room was unusable now. Alex shook off this experience and headed for the public dining hall. A public dining hall is where all Team Rocket members can get free meals 3 times a day. But if you want better food, you have to spend TR points. Of course, no rookie was willing to spend his TR points on such luxury. You have to consider that the rookies have to conquer their Pokemon in 7 days and then even train it for the tournament. Who has money to waste? Alex went to the counter where food costs money and got himself a delicious menu for 5 TR points. Although Alex needs money too, he has already captured his Pokemon and bought all the training items. That's why Alex has no problem spending a little money on a luxury. When Alex wanted to ND a free table, Lars called Alex over to his table. He went to Lars's table and talked to Lars about various things. Lars told him that he was the 3rd fastest rookie to conquer Pokemon. He received 500 TR points as a reward and bought good training items with it. Alex asked him if he knows trainers who have a Zubat and enough money. He also says that for every customer he introduces, he will give Lars 100 TR points. Lars had thought about doing business without Alex but decided against it. Although Lars is arrogant, he knows what gratitude is. Also, how would Alex react if he knew that he had stolen his idea? After dinner, Lars and Alex went to the rookies' rooms with their Zubat. Although most rookies had not yet conquered their Pokemon, many had run out of money. These rookies begged Alex to help them anyway. Alex always replied, "I sympathize with what happened to you, but I am very sorry. I am just a recruit that was just promoted to a member. If you want to get help, you must pay a price. Don't you already know it very well? Why did you beg me to help you?" Pokemon Master of Tactics, Alex and Lars only found 3 rookies who had enough money and had a Zubat. One of them wanted to try it alone, the other 2 paid 300 TR points for the help. In the end, Alex had earned 400 TR points within an hour. Lars was also happy to get 200 TR points for little work. Alex said goodbye to Lars and headed for the public training grounds. Chapter 13, Every Team Rocket staff has free access to the public training ground. It is 4 times the size of a football ELD, and you can always ND people training here. In Team Rocket, the weak are exploited by the strong, so who would like to stay weak? Being weak is not a sin, staying weak is. There are also training items that can be borrowed for TR points. You can also rent a private room, but that costs TR points per hour. Regular Team Rocket members or even some Team Rocket Elite members cannot afford this luxury. Alex borrowed a stopwatch and weight vest using some TR points. Then, he looked for a free place. After NDing it, he brought out the Pokeballs from his Pokebelt. "Come out, Zubat." Alex pressed the Pokeball switch to release Zubat inside. Zubat EW very obediently onto Alex's right shoulder as soon as he appeared. "Zubat, do you want to get stronger?" Zubat looked expectantly at Alex and nodded. Alex saw this as he slightly smiled. Then he took out a small weight vest from the TRH device and gave it to Zubat to put on. "Well, put on this weight vest. This thing will make you stronger." Before the content of the training, Alex already told Zubat in detail the aim of this training. Zubat looked down on the flying sprint training. Zubat thought that there was no challenge at all. Easy peasy. After Alex drew a line in the sand, the little brat came to the position with high spirits. Alex drew another 3 lines so that Zubat knows where to Y. The last line led to the beginning so that the Zubat IES in a large circle. The whole journey is about 500 meters. Alex kept the stopwatch in his hand and started the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! In this world, there is no shortcut to making Pokemon stronger. The only way is to learn Pokemon's current data. And then, through appropriate exercises, improve these data values little by little. Of course, if you have legendary resources, a Pokemon can become stronger very quickly. But these resources are so rare that hardly anyone owns them. While Zubat was training, Alex got 1 out of 4 portion of Tauro's blood and 1 out of 4 portion of energy powder out from his TRH device and prepared it for Zubat when he comes back. After 2 minutes and 34 seconds, Zubat was niched his round. Zubat's speed is about 12 kilometers per hour. That doesn't seem to be quick, but you don't forget that Zubat has not yet received training, and he had to wipe with weights. After Zubat drank the Tauros blood potion and ate the energy powder, his exhausted body started quickly recovering. He also found out that the wings that felt a little sore just now became more powerful, although only a little bit. This feeling of improvement in his strength made him very excited. Alex told Zubat that he can't take more time than this already set up record. Otherwise, the attempt would not count, and he would have to start over. With these words, Zubat didn't dare to laze around. He just looked at Alex with fear and got ready to go on. Although Zubat does not like this intensive training, he also noticed that it was very effective and efficient. And his trainer bought expensive extra items for this training. Zubat didn't want to waste these resources just because he's lazy. Alex let Zubat rest for 30 minutes and then repeated the process. After Zubat crossed the finish line 4 times, he was much faster than before. His time for 500 m was 220, and he was about 13 kilometers per hour faster. That is a total of 14 seconds faster than before. Alex did not save on praise and also told Zubat how much progress he has made. As soon as Zubat finished the eye training, Alex made Zubat use Shadow Balls 55 times and also do as fast as yesterday. But now, he should try to LL it with more Ghost-type energy. When Zubat used the last Shadow Ball, this Shadow Ball was no longer comparable to the RST Shadow Ball. This Shadow Ball was faster, stronger, and bigger. Alex praised Zubat for his commitment. While Alex praising Zubat, a voice interrupted him. "Hey, I know you. Aren't you one of the rookies, too? Can I ask you a few questions?" The beautiful girl who spoke looked about 16 years old, had dark red hair, blue eyes, and a voluminous cure that will make every man go crazy. As soon as Alex saw her, it felt so much harder to breathe. The voices of the people around him started to become inaudible to him. The change came quickly. Alex couldn't even think anymore. Chapter 14. Alex had a girlfriend in his previous life. But this relationship was based on physical needs. Inevitably, such a relationship did not last long. His girlfriend didn't feel loved and broke up. Alex wasn't concerned about losing his girlfriend. He often found her annoying because she wanted to do lots of pointless things with him. Alex always thought that he isn't the type to fall in love. And he never believed in love at RST site. Alex saw lots of beautiful girls, but none could generate a strong feeling out of him. It was like looking at a beautiful picture, beautiful but nothing more. No girl attracted him. Meaning that no girl made him give a strong feeling that he has to chase her. He gotta give it his best to be in a relationship with her. He believed that no girl can make him feel that. But this time, his beliefs were challenged to the core. Alex looked in the direction of Maria with a expression. Maria thought, "Great, a pervert. Why are there so many people who can't control their lust? Even though I look good, I don't look any better than Instructor Lisa. Why do men look at me like this and not at Instructor Lisa? Probably because the Instructor Lisa has a dangerous aura around her." Myra sighed and spoke, "Hey, what are you looking at? Don't you know how to speak?" As soon as Alex heard this, he got out of his stupor. "Alex, sorry. What did you just say? By the way, my name is Alex Stark. Nice to meet you." Alex thought, what just happened? Why am I behaving like a caveman? It can't be that I just fell in love, right? I thought something like love at RST site would never happen to me. No. It is too quick to say that this is love. Though I'm indeed feeling a strong attraction towards her. This is the RST time. And I don't want to mess this up. But, what am I doing now? Her RST impression of me is not good. Maria said furiously, "As if I care about your name." Maria took a long breath and calmed down. Then she said calmly, "But I don't want to be rude, so I'll tell you my name. My name is Maria. I asked you whether you could answer a few questions of mine. Maria thought, what the fuck is wrong with this person? Although I often get perverted looks, nobody was as open as this guy. It doesn't matter anyway. Get the information you need and get away from him. Alex calmed down a bit and said, of course. But if you want the information, you have to pay TR points accordingly. I would also like to apologize for the stare. I have never seen such a beautiful person in my life, and I was fascinated. It is the RST time this has happened to me. I swear. Alex thought, I don't know if I fell in love with her. I have no experience regarding love. Maybe it's just hormones working. Or maybe it is my RST love. Whatever. At least I know that I am attracted to her. But that doesn't mean that I give her everything I own, especially if it doesn't improve her impression of me. It might even make the impression that I want to impress her with objects. Although I would have no problem giving valuable items to the person I love, the feelings should be mutual. Maria says coldly, oh. Adder. You can save the addery for someone who believes it. I wanted to know if you know which of our rookies was the RST to conquer his Pokemon. I can give you 5 TR points if you know the answer. Alex said seriously with an honest expression, that was no addery. That was my honest opinion. By the way, why do you want such useless information? Maria, still with a cold expression on her face, that's none of your business, but it's not a secret. I managed to conquer my Pokemon Ekans yesterday. But when I wanted to get my reward, I found out that I was only the second fastest rookie. I want to take a closer look at this RST place rookie to assess whether he will be a trouble in the tournament. Maria nished speaking and threw a Pokeball on the Ur. A healthy-looking Ekans appeared. Ekans crawled Maria up like a tree until it found a comfortable position on her shoulder. Then Ekans looked menacingly at Alex and his Zubat. Alex looked at the information from Ekans. Pokemon, Ekans LV, 13 attribute, poison abilities, intimidate gender, female potential, gold move, poison sting, wrap, leer, acid, bite, innate talent, headbutt, innate talent, iron tail, innate talent, rock slide. Alex was impressed with how talented this Ekans was. Alex had seen the Pokemon from many rookies or even Team Rocket members. Almost all of them were either bronze or normal. Only Lisa's Pokemon had the same talent as his Zubat. This was the RST Pokemon he saw that has gold potential, and it didn't disappoint. It has 3 strong innate talent moves. And you have to consider that, even though you can learn the moves later with TM, the talent in learning and using the move is not comparable. For example, if a Zubat learns the TM Shadow Ball, it will take a week to get the same Shadow Ball as Alex's Zubat. Also, Alex was impressed that Maria conquered such a cold-blooded Pokemon as Ekans in one day. Especially the Pokemon with gold potential. Alex knows from experience how difficult it is to conquer a talented Pokemon. Alex had the feeling that Maria was even more talented than him. This is the RST time in this world that Alex has felt a sense of inferiority. He didn't like the feeling at all. Alex thought, no, even if she's talented, I don't think I'm worse. Alex looked at Maria with a challenging expression and said, well, that's embarrassing now. Because you are talking to that guy. Chapter 15, Maria was shocked. Really? You were the RST rookie. You don't look like much. But Maria was thinking something else. Oh, he's talented and has a good face. But he looks like a playboy. The one thing I can say for sure is that he's a pervert in the end. Alex said seriously, oh ho. I am being underestimated here. Let's do it like this. We bet who will win the rookie tournament. We can talk about what the stakes are. If I win, I want to have a date with you. Maria angrily said, date? Why should I go on a date with a pervert? What do you take me for? Alex answered seriously, no. Don't get me wrong. I am suggesting a date to get to know you better. Nothing more. Even if I win, I'll just ask you to spend a day with me. Of course, I won't touch you without permission. I just want a chance to improve your impression of me. By the way, I'm not a pervert. I've never even had a girlfriend. Maria said coldly, "Oh, you want a date with me? Okay, if you win, we'll go on a date. But if you lose, you owe me a favor. Besides, do you think I am stupid? You think that I can't recognize whether a man has experience in earning or not?" Was it that obvious? Thought Alex. Maria thought, although I don't want to go on a date with him, the stake in this bet for me is minimal. I waste a day, nothing more. Besides, I don't think that I'm gonna lose. Although his Zubat looks strong, it has no chance against my Ekans who knows Rock Slide. Apart from that, my Ekans is a monster. The improvement speed of Ekans is just top tier. I have to be careful not to show too much. Otherwise, there is a possibility that the strong Team Rocket members will discover my Ekans. When that happens, I can hardly stand my ground. I have to get stronger faster. Alex said happy, "Okay, the bet is on." Maria said back calmly, "Good, see you in the tournament." Maria and her Ekans looked for a free training place, and as soon as they found a place they started to train. Alex couldn't take his eyes off Maria. He didn't even notice how long he was staring. Unknowingly, he had fallen for her. This was the RST time for him, so it will take him some time to get a hold of his feelings. You can say she was his RST crush. Although he has seen many good-looking celebrities, he had never felt anything for them. Maybe it is because he has never met them in person. That could be the reason, or it may not. But one thing is for certain, Maria is his RST love. Maria saw his stare but ignored him. Alex calmed down after a few minutes and went to the public dining hall to eat something. Alex entered the public dining hall and was immediately greeted by Lars, who was currently surrounded by 3 rookies on the Ur. The rookies had cuts all over their bodies, and blood was coming out of their ears. Lars is a Team Rocket member because he conquered his Pokémon. Accordingly, he is a rank higher than the rookies who do not have a Pokémon yet. So he has the right to attack the rookies as long as he has a justifiable reason. Of course, if Instructor Lisa NDS the reason to be insufficient, she can carry out a directed punishment. That is why Team Rocket members with a high rank do not usually do this unless it is worth the risk. The public dining hall has CCTV cameras everywhere so that you can easily ND out who made the RST move. Only idiots or people who do not know the rules would cause trouble here. Alex asked, "Hey, what happened here?" Lars replied angrily, "These fookers dared to threaten me with my mother. Fortunately, these idiots did that in this room. Otherwise, I can hardly justify killing them." Alex, who saw a corpse for the RST time, had a hard time not throwing up. But he managed to suppress it. Alex thought about different things, like if it was such a smart idea to join Team Rocket. But he quickly dismissed this thought. Sooner or later, he must be able to kill, too. If he is not able to kill, it will not be long before he is dead. Especially in an organization like Team Rocket. Although he thought that after his RST murder, he would be emotionally wounded, he has to do it. But he didn't want to think about these things anymore at this moment. Then Instructor Lisa came along with Team Rocket soldiers. She had the Team Rocket soldiers dispose of the bodies and called a couple of Team Rocket lackey to clean up the place. After that, she grabbed Lars and brought him out of the public dining hall like a prisoner. Probably investigating whether Lars was the active party in this incident. Alex looked confused in the direction where Lars was being pulled and thought, within a few minutes, I fell for someone RST time in my life and saw a corpse. After I signed up for Team Rocket, only crazy things are happening. Chapter 16. After Lars and the instructor, Lisa left the public dining hall. Alex sent Lars a message via his TRH device to know whether he was okay. Although Lars isn't friends with Alex, he's at least an ally. That's why Alex still wants to know how he's doing. But he wasn't ready to help Lars if there weren't any advantages for him. Alex quickly ate his 5 TR points menu and went back to his room. In the room, He took out his TM Protect and let Zubat touch the TM. A magical thing happened, that TM dissolved like a pill in water. Alex didn't even think it was weird. In a world with Pokeballs, Alex doesn't believe that another invention will ever impress him again. After Zubat learned the TM Protect, Alex ran several tests. The result was that Zubat can use Protect once every 15 minutes and 42 seconds. In addition, the stability and size are inadequate. The size is only as big as Zubat and he cannot do a 360-degree Protect. The stability also seems to be inadequate. Alex tested it with his ST. Even though the process blocked the blow, it had several cracks on the surface. The stability was really bad that even a weak person can cause harm. Alex has already drawn up a training plan for Zubat. 2 hours of body training in the morning and evening. At noon and after the body training, moves like Protect and Shadow Ball are trained, so that Zubat has maximum strength in the rookie tournament. Alex has more than one reason to win the rookies tournament. After Zubat used Protect 20 times and Shadow Ball 54 times, the results were outstanding. Protect was no longer so small and unstable. Although it was not yet the size and stability that Alex wanted, it was impressive progress. Shadow Ball also showed great progress, becoming faster and stronger. Although the Shadow Ball didn't get any bigger, Alex didn't care about size, especially if it was hard to improve. Alex thinks the speed and strength of a move are most important. Although X-ability and stability are important, Alex NDS that it can wait until the strength and speed are brought to a high level. Alex always watched Zubat training and praised him for his commitment. He also told Zubat all the benefits of being strong. Alex wants to motivate Zubat to become stronger and to show that they can achieve the goal together. Like humans, Pokemon have personalities. A good trainer knows how to use the personality of a Pokemon. Alex tries to explain to Zubat why strength is so important and why he should give 100% in training. Alex also told Zubat that he could buy him lots of delicious blood if he were stronger. That made Zubat very motivated. After 5 hours of intensive training, Alex Zubat let rest in his Pokeball and went to the public dining hall to buy something to eat. He also saw that Lars had sent him a message telling him what happened to him. After Lars was taken from the public dining hall, he was moved to a small room with only 2 chairs and a table. Instructor Lisa pelted him with questions for hours and watched the video monitoring with him. She came to the conclusion that Lars' reaction is justified, so she mustn't punish him. But Instructor Lisa still threatened Lars with Ness if he didn't do her a favor. Lars didn't think about it for long and agreed. He just wanted to get out of this room. But Alex, who read this text, noticed that he was describing Instructor Lisa in a positive light. Especially after he was bribed by her, he doesn't seem to feel angry for her. Alex found this very strange. Alex thought maybe Lars has fallen in love with Instructor Lisa. No, it can also be that he is very afraid of Instructor Lisa that he doesn't even dare to say a bad word about her. Whichever of these possibilities applies is irrelevant for me. If Lars is in love, Alex would indeed be difficult to convince him to stay away from Lisa, and if he is afraid of Lisa, Alex thinks that is justified. I should think about how I can make Zubat stronger than to getting involved in Lars' affairs, thought Alex. Chapter 17. 5 days later in Alex's room. In the room, Alex gave Tower's blood to an exhausted Zubat and looked at Zubat's information Pokemon. Zubat LV, 18 attribute, poison flying abilities, inner focus gender, male potential, silver moves, absorb, ultrasonic, astonish, bite, wing attack, confuse ray, swift, innate talent, shadow ball, TM, protect a Pokemon LV faster when it is on a low LV like in games. But compared to guiding, normal training is only as a basis. If a Pokemon wants to become strong, it has to experience real guiding. Apart from that, you can LV much faster in combat. Of course, Alex slowly realized that Zubat needed a real guiding experience. He often fought with Lars' Zubat, but it wasn't really a challenge. Alex's Zubat defeats Lars' Zubat every time with minimal injuries. But Alex couldn't indie a better sparring partner. Lars was already the third strongest rookie. He asked Maria but was turned down with a despised look. This made Alex a little sad all day. He could only keep doing sparring matches with Lars. Alex wants Zubat to be a Pokemon that has a strong guiding feeling and is not only strong on paper. So he tried to use minimal commands in combat. He wants the Zubat to think for himself and get a guiding feeling. Alex just roughly directs how Zubat should GHT. He usually only says how Zubat should react in difficult situations. That made Zubat's understanding of combat excellent. In addition, Alex already has a plan on how he can win it. He only had Zubat improve his speed in the two moves, Shadow Ball and Protect, for a hit-and-run tactic. Zubat has Turek stats, total 245, in the game, as well as in this world. So Alex has to try to hide this weakness as well as possible and to use his strengths. Zubat's best stat is speed at 55. Even that is insufficient. Rattata, Spearow is faster and Ekans is just as fast as Zubat but has a strong attack stat at 60. If Alex wants to defeat Maria, Zubat must not let Maria's Ekans hit him. The only advantage Zubat has is that he can Y. Spearow can also Y, but Alex doesn't think that he can be defeated by any other rookie than Maria. So the best strategy Alex came up with was a hit-and-run tactic with a Protset in an emergency. But even with all this preparation, Alex thinks he has a maximum of 20% chance of winning. You have to keep in mind that Zubat is guiding an Ekans with gold potential and the move Rock Slide. But Alex couldn't think of a better option. He thought Zubat might be able to evolve within this week, but reality hits Alex in the face. Apart from that, this is the real world and not a game. Even if Zubat is LV22, it doesn't necessarily evolve to Golbat. Fuck, can't I do anything more? Tomorrow is the rookie tournament and I really want to win, but I didn't think I had a big chance against Maria's Ekans. Fuck, why am I so unlucky and have to GHT an Ekans with gold potential? I'm going insane. No, there has to be a way to increase my chances, but I haven't found it yet. Okay, stay calm and think about the options you have, thought Alex. Alex says desperately to Zubat, hey Zubat, do you have a good idea? Zubat just looked at Alex with a confused face. Alex said, I'm really going insane, why do I ask a Pokemon who can't speak? Zubat felt that he was underestimated and tried to convey his ideas with sign language. Alex could understand Zubat with gestures and sign language, but only because Zubat always nodded when he understood something correctly. Of Zubat's 8 suggestions, 7 were really bad, but 1 was a great idea that Alex overlooked. Zubat, what a brilliant idea. You are probably the smartest Zubat in the world. Thank you, Zubat, for helping me, said Alex excitedly. Zubat's reaction was, of course, my 8 ideas are excellent. Chapter 18, Alex and around 70 rookies gather in the same room where they all met for the RST time. But now a few rookies have eyes of determination. There were only around 70 rookies because many rookies died or were so badly injured that they are automatically disqualified. Lisa looked at all of the rookies and says, seriously, good, now that we are all here we can start. First, the rookies who have conquered your Pokemon come before me. 18 rookies heard this and moved in the direction of Lisa. Of course, one of these rookies was Alex. Lisa then said to the Team Rocket soldiers, take out the garbage and let them register as Team Rocket lackey. Team Rocket is not a charity organization. In order to create a strong trainer, Team Rocket had to use a lot of resources. Why use this resource for an unskilled person? The rookies who didn't manage to conquer their Pokemon look enviously in the direction of the 18 rookies. These rookies have to do many tasks before they get another chance to become a trainer. Lisa looked at the remaining 18 rookies and said, good, now I'll tell you the rules of the tournament. It's very simple. I've made a list where I estimate how strong you are compared to other rookies. I think so it's pretty fair, but because there are definitely a few people who believe they should be higher. So every rookie can challenge one person to a GHT once. If the challenge is successful, he will swap rank with the person he has defeated. But if the challenger loses, he will automatically deduct 100 TR points. Of course, a person who has already been challenged has the right to go to the Team Rocket Pokemon Center to heal his Pokemon. It is forbidden to attack a trainer in any way. It is also forbidden to attack a Pokemon that's already passed out. Okay, that's all the rules. Here is the rank of all rookies: 1. Maria 2. Alex 3. Bruno 4. Lars 5. Peter. Alex was not surprised that he is only in the second place. Maria's Ekans is a monster. It is normal to rate Maria as the strongest rookie. What surprised Alex was that Lars was not in third place but a rookie by the name of Bruno. But he was sure that Bruno would not be a problem for him. He only recognized Maria as a worthy opponent. Lisa said with an interested look, "Okay, does anyone want to improve their place?" For a short time nobody spoke. It looked as if nobody wanted to challenge anyone. Until Bruno suddenly challenged Maria to a GHT. Alex thought that Bruno had just lost 100 TR points unnecessarily. But he was still happy because he can take a closer look at Maria's Ekans. Both Maria and Bruno took out their Pokemon. Bruno's Pokemon was a strong-looking Rattata Pokemon, Rattata LV, 16 attributes, normal abilities, runaway gender, male potential, bronze moves, tackle, tail whip, quick attack, focus energy, bite, super fong, TM, dig. As soon as Alex saw the information from Rattata, he understood why Bruno Maria was challenged. With the TM move dig he can do serious damage to Maria's Ekans because dig is a ground-type move and therefore very effective against poison Pokemon. But he thought that Bruno still had no chance when he saw Maria's Ekans Pokemon, Ekans LV, 18 attributes, poison abilities, intimidate gender, female potential, gold move, poison sting, wrap, leer, acid, bite, haze, innate talent, headbutt, innate talent, iron tail, innate talent, rock slide, TM, protect. Both called their Pokemon and waited for Lisa's sign. Lisa starts the GHT and looks with interest in the direction of the GHT. Bruno hears the signal and immediately lets his Rattata use dig. Maria heard the order from Bruno and was surprised this Rattata used dig, but she stayed calm and ordered her Ekans to pay attention to the sound waves on the ground. Ekans is a Pokemon that can perceive sound waves on the ground. Although this skill is often overlooked by the trainer because Ekans can see very well, it does not mean that this skill is useless. Maria knows this and tries to bring Ekans' strengths to light. Suddenly Rattata jumped out of the ground. Rattata almost hit Ekans, who dodged just in time. Maria immediately shouted, "Ekans use acid," aimed for the legs. Ekans use acid and hit Rattata, who was only a meter from Ekans. Bruno said nervously. Rattata ran away from the Ekans. Rattata's hind leg was hit by the acid. He tries to run away from Ekans, but it wasn't very quick because his leg was injured. Maria said calmly, "Ekans turn after Rattata and catch it with a wrap." Bruno said excitedly, "Dodge Rattata." Rattata barely managed to avoid Ekans' warp. Then Ekans used bite and hit Rattata with it. Rattata screamed in pain. After feeling this pain, Rattata just wanted to run away from this Ekans. After Ekans hits Rattata with bite, Ekans used wrap immediately. Rattata failed to dodge and was hit by wrap. Then Ekans wrapped around Rattata. Rattata now had several wounds and his mobility was restricted. Bruno saw no chance to win and said sadly, "I'm giving up. This Ekans is stronger than I thought. It dodges a dig from a faster Pokemon," thought Alex. Chapter 19. Alex saw how easily Maria won and was impressed by Ekans' strength. This Ekans cannot be defeated in close combat. At least not from the rookies here. Lisa says calmly the winner is Maria. If someone else wants to try his luck. Bruno brought Rattata back into the Pokeball and rushed towards Team Rocket Pokemon Center. Maria didn't go to the Pokemon Center. Ekans took no harm and only used 3 attacks. There is no need to go to the Pokemon Center. The next person to challenge someone to GHT was Lars. He challenged Bruno to a GHT. The GHT was very boring. Rattata has no attack that can hit Pokemon in the air. Only when he jumps does he have a chance to meet Zubat. But that also makes Rattata very predictable. Whenever he jumped in the air he was greeted with Swift. Although Rattata is predictable, he hits Zubat a few times with Bite. That showed that this Rattata was very strong. Unfortunately, Rattata's weakness was exploited by a Pokemon that wasn't much weaker. At the end of the GHT, the winner was Lars, who secured the third place. Then a rookie tried to challenge Bruno to a GHT with a Spearow. The rookie tried to use the same strategy as Lars. But his Spearow was much weaker than Bruno's Rattata, and after being hit 2 times it passed out. Alex, who has seen enough, said with Condense, "I challenged Maria to a GHT." Maria looked in Alex's direction and said, "One mistake, you will lose 100 TR unnecessarily." Alex said in a condensed tone, "We'll see." Both called their Pokemon and waited for Lisa's sign. Lisa said excitedly, "Nally, an interesting GHT." "Okay, I'm counting down from 3. 3, 2, 1, go." Alex immediately shouted, "Zubat, use Swift." On the ground Maria called. At the same time Ekans used Rock Slide. When Zubat's Swift hit the ground, dust was spread all over the arena. Then stones of various sizes appeared over Zubat's head and fell down with great speed. Alex knew that Zubat could only dodge this fast Rock Slide with luck. So he decided not to take any chances. Alex shouted, "Zubat, use Protect," and Y into the dust. Zubat acted quickly. Alex roughly told Zubat how the GHT was going to start, so he knew what to do. Zubat blocked the attack with Protect and EU into the dust. Maria recognized what Alex wanted to do and quickly called out, "Ekans, quickly use again Rock Slide," but Maria's command was too slow. Zubat was already in the dust and couldn't be seen. This situation was a great advantage for Zubat, who sees with the help of sound waves. Zubat could see just as well in the dust as without it, and Ekans' vision was very limited. Although Ekans can see Pokemon with the help of vibrations, he can only if the Pokemon is on the ground. Zubat, who was in the dust, used Swift the whole time like Alex had told Zubat. This made the dust place bigger. Maria quickly recognized that Alex wanted to cover the whole battle with dust. She has to do something quickly or she will lose. Ekans used Rock Slide. Where the dust is, Maria has no way to remove the dust and cannot go to another battle. Maria has no choice but to hope that Ekans' Rock Slide hit Zubat with luck. The entire battle was quickly covered with dust. But Alex heard that his Zubat was hit by Rock Slide when Zubat used Swifts on the ground. But he doesn't know how much damage Zubat suffered. But Alex has no choice but to continue with the plan. He can only hope that Zubat is not seriously injured. Alex said seriously, "Zubat, Plan 1, as Alex calls it, is the hit and run tactic that he and Zubat practiced for a week. Simply put, Zubat uses Shadow Ball, then he IES to another position and uses Shadow Ball again. This makes it difficult for his opponent to assess where Zubat is." Maria was confused when she heard the command from Alex. She didn't know what Alex was up to, but it sure wasn't a good one. Maria said out loud, "Ekans, try to roughly estimate where Zubat is and then use Rock Slide on that place." Maria knew she was hoping for luck, but she has no other options. What is positive is that she heard Zubat get hit by the rocks. Maria knew how strong Ekans' Rock Slides are. Zubat must be pretty hurt now. She doesn't think that Zubat can take a Rock Slide a second time. Chapter 20. The GHT between Zubat and Ekans was pretty boring for 5 minutes. Zubat tries to dodge Rock Slide and hit Ekans with Shadow Ball. Ekans tries to dodge a Shadow Ball and hit Zubat with Rock Slide. The GHT would be decided sooner if Zubat didn't have such a bad SPATK of 30 points. Although Zubat was very good at the move Shadow Ball, he couldn't do much harm to Ekans. Only after Ekans was hit 10 times was Ekans seriously injured. The problem is that Zubat was hit by a Rock Slide after 5 minutes. Alex knew that his Zubat was in a very bad condition. He thought about giving up. He doesn't want Zubat to suffer permanent harm. Alex wanted to decide when he saw Zubat. Although this dust is an advantage, Alex must know Zubat's conditions. Alex shouted, "Zubat, use your wings to sweep the dust off the battle." Maria and the other rookies were perplexed about why Alex was giving up his advantage. But for Alex, this victory was worth less than the safety of Zubat. He thinks that Zubat is his family. Why should he risk his family member for a stupid victory? Zubat seems to have heard his order and started sweeping the arena with dust. Alex looked at Zubat's condition and realized that Zubat was badly injured. Although it is not yet in a critical condition, the next time Zubat is hit, Zubat will pass out. Ekans looked no better than Zubat. He was bleeding all over and badly injured. Alex thought, fuck, I probably overreacted. And no, that was the right decision. I don't want to bet with Zubat's body. Now I should think quickly about how I can win. Although Zubat has no dangerous wounds, he probably can't take another hit. The GHT has to end quickly or I'll lose. Although Ekans can probably only take one hit, Ekans can use Protect to save himself and then defeat my Zubat with Rock Slide. Fuck, what do I do now? Can only hope for luck. Alex quickly shouted Zubat use Confuse Ray. Maria reacted quickly and said Ekans use Protect and then use Rock Slide. Zubat shoots a yellow ball in the direction of Ekans. Ekans managed to create a shield in time and blocked Zubat's yellow ball. After the yellow ball was blocked, Ekans started using Rock Slide. Alex reacted quickly and shouted Dodge and then used Confuse Ray. Although Zubat tried to evade, Rock Slide hit him. Zubat fell on the ground and was bleeding all over his body. But he managed to stay awake with his willpower. Alex, who saw this, knew he had lost and said with a sad voice, I'm giving up. Although, in theory, Zubat can still GHT. Alex thought the risk that Zubat gets permanent damage is not worth a win. Maria, who has just won a close GHT, shouted happily, Ekans, we won. You are the strongest. Alex called Zubat back to the Pokemon Ball and quickly ran into Team Rocket Pokemon Center. On the way to the Pokemon Center, Alex thought, I lost. After a week of planning and an almost perfect strategy, I still lost. Fuck. I can live with it if I lose because I was too weak, but I feel like in this GHT is the winner the person with more luck. No, it's stupid to cry about luck. If I was stronger, luck doesn't matter. But I can understand why I lost it. Zubat attack strength was really bad. After 10 hits, Ekans was still awake. But I can't blame Zubat for that. Zubat itself is a weak Pokemon with a total of 245 base stats. If Zubat evolved into Golbat, he would have a total of 455 base stats. Even if Ekans evolves into Arbok, I believe the Golbat with the same strategy will win. Also, Zubat has another evolution, namely Crobat. Fuck, even though I know all this, I'm really mad that I lost. Alex had Zubat heal for free at Team Rocket Pokemon Center and went back to the tournament room. Rookies can use Team Rocket Pokemon Center for free. But later you have to pay 10 TR points per Pokemon that you want to heal. Alex walked into the room and saw that all the rookies were waiting for him. Lisa said, okay, now that everyone is there and nobody wants to GHT anymore, I'll niche the tournament. The winner is Maria. Maria will take part in the boss tournament in a month and will Pokemon Master of Tactics, Chapter 21, get 5,000 TR points as a reward for winning. Alex gets 2,500 TR points. Lars gets 1,500 TR points. Bruno gets 1,000 TR points. The rookie tournament was officially over. Chapter 21, Lisa said seriously, now that the tournament is over, I can tell you about your duties. Every Team Rocket member must have collected at least 100 TRM points, Team Rocket missions, every 3 months. As a Team Rocket member, you now have access to the Team Rocket Mission Center. In the Team Rocket Mission Center, you can accept missions that give you TR points and TRM points. You can decide for yourself which assignments you take, but after 3 months you have to collect 100 TRM points. Believe me, the penalty for failure is cruel. Should if you have collected more than 100 TRM points, you can use them for the next payment or exchange them for TR points. Okay, now that I have completed my task, I am leaving. Lisa called her Alakazam and teleported away. The rookies were surprised by Lisa's indifference. Few rookies walked out of the room and a few waited to chat with other rookies. Alex went to Maria and said, congratulations for the victory, I owe you a favor. Tell me about the TRH device if you need help. Maria said, surprised. Wow, you are a surprising good loser. I thought you would get angry for the defeat. Alex answered seriously. No, you're wrong. I'm very angry that I lost. The date and the tournament were very important to me, but a loss is a loss. Maria said, oh, was the date so important to you? I don't mind giving you a chance, but I don't have time right now. Maria thought, wait, what did I just say? I was so happy to have one that I didn't even think about what I was saying. But still, normally that shouldn't happen to me. I think he's a bit cute, but nothing more. But he could be a rapist or a crazy one. In Team Rocket you never know. It's strange why he seems so friendly. But maybe he is really in love with me? I am so confused. Alex happily said, good, I'll tie you to these words after a month. Maria said, do that. I'm going away now. Alex happily wait. See you. Alex thought, am I imagining it, or is she a bit of tsundere? I think I've watched too much anime, but I have the feeling that she is hiding her true feelings. Good, but who doesn't in Team Rocket? After Maria left, Lars came to Alex to talk a bit. Both exchanged their experiences and promised to stay in contact. Alex headed for the recruit dormitory to pack all of his things and go to his new room. Because Alex is now a Team Rocket member, he gets a new room. After he packed everything up and registered for his new room, he left the recruit dormitory. Almost all Team Rocket members are accommodated in the Team Rocket dormitory. From Team Rocket member to Team Rocket Elite Captain, everyone sleeps in the Team Rocket dormitory. Private houses only have high ranks. Alex stood in front of his new room and opened the door. His new apartment had 5 rooms: kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, training room, living room. Alex was impressed with how much better his room is now, but it didn't matter to him. He wants to get stronger and more luxury doesn't help. He took out Zubat's Pokemon ball and threw it on the Ur. Zubat, who is healed, appeared in front of Alex. Zubat looked very sad that he lost this GHT. Alex said, don't be sad about Zubat, there isn't a Pokemon that has never lost. It's my fault we lost. I should have tried to ND a better attack move for you. I thought we would win easily with this tactic. I was way too arrogant and self-content in these tactics. Zubat looked at Alex and said with sign language and gestures, no, I was too weak. Alex said seriously, let's work hard that we win next time. Zubat looked at Alex with an expression. Alex was stunned and said confusedly, Zubat, what about that expression? Zubat looked serious at Alex and said with sign language and gestures, you are predictable. Besides, I train hard, you just watch how I train. Alex was stunned. But after a few seconds, he laughed out loud. He forgot the pain of losing while laughing. Zubat saw that Alex felt better and watches it with expression. Chapter 22, Team Rocket Mission Center is a fairly large facility where Team Rocket members can accept missions. These missions could be anything like being a guard for 1 month or catching a certain Pokemon. Of course, some missions can only be accepted with a special rank. The ranks for the missions are D, Team Rocket Member C, Team Rocket Elite Member B, Team Rocket Captain A, Team Rocket Elite Captain S, Team Rocket Executive. So Alex can only accept D missions. If he wants to do a higher mission, he must improve his rank. If you have collected enough TRM points, you will automatically be upgraded to a higher rank. Of course, if you want to become a Team Rocket Executive, you need more than just TRM points. You must be recognized by Giovanni and full a special mission from Giovanni. Alex stood in front of the task board, which you have to catch Pokemon. He doesn't necessarily have to catch these Pokemon to get TRM points. You can exchange any Pokemon for TRM points, but you get a lot less than if you catch the Pokemon on the quest board. The advantage of these Pokemon catch tasks is that you have more free time and can earn TRM points more easily than anywhere else. The downside is that it is very dangerous. You never know when you might encounter a strong Pokemon. Alex looked at the task that a Beedrill with at least B talent wants. Rewards 60 TRM points. That seems too good for a Beedrill, but Alex knows the B talent means that it is bronze. You need to know that most Pokemon are normal rank and 10% of all Pokemon are bronze. So it is not easy to get a bronze Beedrill for a normal Team Rocket member, but for Alex, it is relatively easy. B talent up to S talent can be determined with a certain machine. But the machine is difficult to make and uses a lot of resources every day. That's why you have to pay 500 TR points if you want to check the talent of a Pokemon. There is also a 10% error rate. If this happens, the potential cannot be measured. That's why Alex thinks his system isn't that bad, it doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't have an error rate. Alex accepted the missions and bought provisions for a month. He also bought camping equipment so that he doesn't have to sleep on the ground. It all costs him 100 TR points. He also bought 1x Hyper Potion 1000 TR points, 3x Super Potion 600 TR points, 10x Pokeball 100 TR points, 30x Energy Powder 750 TR points, 4x Antidote 200 TR points. So of his 2800 TR points, he only had 50 TR points left. Alex didn't buy Taura's blood because it was too expensive and because Zubat can drink the blood from wild Pokemon. Although the quality is worse, it is fresher. The 3 Super Potions are to heal Zubat when he is injured. The Hyper Potion is for when Zubat's life is in danger. The Pokeballs are of course for the Pokemon Alex wants to catch. Energy Powder is for Zubat 2 gets faster stronger when guiding and it recovers energy faster too. Alex goes to the exit of the Team Rocket base. You can only leave the base with the help of teleport as far as Alex knows. At the exit is a bored man with a Kadabra. He was wearing a captain's uniform and was sitting on a chair bored. Alex goes to the man and said, "Sir, I have a mission and have to leave the base. Can you help me please?" After Alex finished talking, he secretly gave the man 1 energy powder. The man accepted it immediately. In Team Rocket you have to pay respect to those of higher rank. Even if this man is responsible for sending Team Rocket members out, it is part of the good tone to give him a tip. Unless you want to teleport to a dangerous place. Chapter 23, Viridian Forest is a forest that lies between Viridian City and Pewter City. The trees in the forest are so thick that little light gets in, and because of this, the forest is full of bug and grass-type Pokemon that attract Pokemon Hunter and other trainers. Because of its dark and shady environment, Viridian Forest hosts a large array of different bug-type Pokemon. They are not particularly powerful, but they will cause status conditions such as paralysis and poison. It is advised from signposts that trainers should buy status condition healing items such as Antidote and Parlous Heal before entering the forest. Alex is standing in front of the entrance to Viridian Forest. The forest has different entrances and exits. In the norm, rookies trainers often come to Viridian Forest to train their Pokemon or to catch new Pokemon. But hardly any trainers dare to go deeper into the forest. Viridian Forest also has many elite Pokemon deep in the forest. Zubat come out. Alex called Zubat from his Pokeball. Alex said, "Seriously Zubat, we are about to enter a dangerous zone, please be careful that no Pokemon sneak attacks us." Zubat made an expression like "leave it to me Alex," and Zubat didn't have to wait long. After 15 minutes, Zubat was attacked by a Pidgey. Pokemon, Pidgey LV, 12 attributes, flying, normal abilities, keen eye, gender, male, potential, normal moves, tackle, sand attack, gust, mirror move, quick attack, only LV12 and with normal potential. Alex saw the information and was disappointed. Alex said Zubat used Swift. Pidgey is a normal type Pokemon, so Shadow Ball cannot harm Pidgey. Pidgey tried to avoid Swift but couldn't. It has suffered a lot of damage. Although it can still GHT, it looked like it didn't want to GHT anymore. Pokemon aren't stupid, they can tell when they don't stand a chance. Of course, mostly only weak Pokemon run away. Pidgey didn't want to GHT anymore and run away. Alex didn't chase Pidgey. He didn't want to catch it. It wouldn't get a lot of TR points anyway and he only has 10 Pokeballs. Alex said sarcastically, Zubat, was that a tough GHT? Zubat looked at Alex as if he was mentally retarded. Alex laughed and said, "Why do I think a Pokemon can understand sarcasm too?" Zubat looked at Alex with one, eyes closed face, expression at. Alex hugged Zubat and said, "Zubat, don't be so cold. Zubat escaped the hug and went into the air. Alex gave Zubat a playful look and said, "So, you like to hug?" Zubat ignored Alex as they moved on. After a few hours, Alex was deeper in the forest. He met many Pokemon who wanted to GHT or who ran immediately, but none of them had good potential. These Pokemon were low LV and had hardly any GHT experience, so no Pokemon managed to hurt Zubat. Suddenly Alex saw 5 Beedrill which are LV 13 to 15. Also, a Beedrill has bronze potential. Pokemon, Beedrill LV, 15 attributes, bug poison abilities, swarm gender, male potential, bronze moves, poison sting, string shot, harden, peck, twineedle, rage. Alex thought 5 versus 1. My advantage is that my Zubat is stronger than the other Pokemon and that I discovered them before with Zubat's sound waves. I think with hit and run tactics Zubat should easily win without injuries. Alex said quietly. Zubat used tactics 1. I'll stay here. Zubat looks at Alex and says with sign language, "Why are you hiding?" Alex looked at Zubat and said, "Zubat, do you think the GHT will be easier if you have to protect me?" Zubat looks at Alex and immediately understood what he meant. He ew in the direction of the 5 Beedrill. Alex saw how quickly Zubat agreed and thought, "Zubat, although, indeed, you shouldn't agree so quickly. I feel a bit like a weakling. Should I train like Bruno from the Elite Four so that I also have a good strength? But I'll never get as strong as a strong Pokemon anyway. I'd better focus on how to make my Pokemon stronger." Chapter 24, Zubat EW in the direction of the 5 Beedrill and use Shadow Ball on the weakest Beedrill. Alex has often explained to him why in a hit and run tactic with several opponents he should attack the weakest RST. He said, usually that this is the best option. If he doesn't say it in particular, Zubat should attack in this sequence. Shadow Ball hit an unexpected Beedrill on the head. A critical hit. As in the game, you can do more damage if you hit a special part of the Pokemon body. Of course, it depends on the Pokemon on which part of the body has a weakness. But for most Pokemon, the head is a weak spot. Beedrill who was hit was seriously injured and fell to the ground. Alex saw this from a distance and thought, nice, Zubat can do good damage to Beedrill. But Zubat is 6 LV higher than this Beedrill and hit him with a critical hit. If you look at it that way, the damage is still not high. The advantage is Zubat is faster than these 5 Beedrill that has not been trained. The 4 Beedrill saw that their comrade was suddenly injured by a Zubat and all 4 Beedrill EW angrily in the direction of Zubat. Zubat, who expected this, used the run and hit tactic. If there are more opponents, Zubat should use Ultrasonic instead of Shadow Ball as Alex told him. Ultrasonic does not do much damage but has a large attack surface and can hardly be avoided. The 4 Beedrill angrily pursued Zubat. The GHT was under the control of Zubat for the RST 3 minutes, who was faster than the Beedrill. In these 3 minutes, he manages to defeat another 3 Beedrill but was hit by one of the Beedrill with a string shot. At the end of the GHT, Zubat fought against the bronze Beedrill 1 versus 1. Zubat, who was now slower, could no longer perform a hit and run tactic and was forced into close combat by the Beedrill. Fortunately, this Beedrill was already badly injured by Ultrasonic and couldn't take another hit from Shadow Ball. So the 1 versus 1 passed quickly when Zubat used Protect and Shadow Ball. Alex saw that Zubat won without injury and happily ran towards Zubat. He allowed Zubat to drink some blood from the bronze Beedrill and gave Zubat an energy powder to recover his energy more quickly. Then he caught the unconscious bronze Beedrill and quickly walked away with Zubat. Beedrill is a vengeful Pokemon. If a Beedrill is injured by a Pokemon, a swarm of Beedrill will often chase that Pokemon. Pokemon therefore rarely attack a Beedrill. Naturally, strong Pokemon need not be afraid of a Beedrill swarm because a strong attack with a large range defeats the whole swarm. Alex knows this and quickly runs away with Zubat. Zubat is strong but not strong enough to survive a swarm of Beedrill. While running, he looks at Zubat's information Pokemon, Zubat LV, 20 attributes, poison flying abilities, inner focus gender, male potential, silver moves, absorb, ultrasonic, astonish, bite, wing attack, confuse ray, swift, haze, innate talent, shadow ball, TM, protect. Zubat was LV19 before accepting these missions. After this, GHT levels up directly, which shows how effective real GHTs are. If it wasn't so dangerous, many trainers would probably train here. Alex thought Haze is a pretty useful move. If Zubat was able to use Haze before this GHT, he wouldn't have to go into close combat with Beedrill. The problem is, when you use Haze, you are an easy target for attacks, especially if you are unskilled on that move. But this move should be practiced, because if you can use Haze quickly and effectively, it is a great advantage in combat. Ultrasonic is also an interstate move, although weak attack power, it has a range and hit rate. The problem is that this attack gets weaker the stronger the Pokemon it is used against. Maybe it's not worth spending a lot of time to make this move effective. I'll think about it later. Chapter 25. Alex and Zubat went on, but were careful not to go deep into Viridian Forest. As soon as you meet an elite Pokemon, there is a chance to die, and the deeper you go into Viridian Forest, the more likely you will meet an elite Pokemon. That's why Alex thought it was stupid to go deeper into Viridian Forest with his strength. Alex thought, I should stay in this area, there are a lot of Beedrill in this area. I can also level my Zubat well here. Although it's a bit dangerous, the risk is small. Zubat spotted two Pokemon guiding each other. It was two Scyther who had a duel. Alex looked at the info from both of them, and one was normal. But the other Scyther impressed Alex very much. Pokemon, Scyther LV, 17 attributes, bug flying abilities, technician gender, male potential, silver moves, leer, quick attack, focus energy, double team, feint, wing attack, innate talent, roost. Alex saw this Scyther and thought, I have to catch this Scyther. It's way too strong not to catch. It has technician, silver potential, and innate talent move roost. The problem is that Scyther is very likely too strong for Zubat. It's faster, stronger, and it has better recovery abilities. Dust can't be used either, because Scyther can sweep away dust at any time. FUCK, a treasure that I can't take. While Alex was thinking, the duel comes to an end. The Silver Scyther defeated the normal Scyther and was only slightly injured. Scyther is a Pokemon that values honor and strength. When a trainer wants to catch a Scyther, the easiest way to catch it is to challenge it to a duel and defeat it. Scyther respects strength very much. Alex saw this Scyther and knew that he had no chance with Zubat as long as Zubat did not evolve. But he doesn't want to give up this chance. He can later GHT the Scyther, but it is difficult to ND a special Pokemon in this forest. Alex had a good idea and went to the Scyther. Scyther spotted Alex and Zubat and got ready to GHT. Alex saw this and said, Hey Scyther, I saw your strength and wanted to challenge you to a duel, but now that you're injured, I don't think it's fair. How about you GHT tomorrow morning at sunrise, Zubat, and you? If I win, you will be mine Pokemon, and if you win, I'll give you this item. He picked up an energy powder and showed it to Scyther. Scyther is a Pokemon that values strength. As soon as he saw energy powder, he knew it could help him get stronger. It looked in the direction of Zubat and thought that it could win without any problems. Scyther nodded and sat down. It seems to be resting here, waiting for the duel here. Alex saw this and thought, nice, went better than I thought. Probably because Scyther values stronger the most, it was so easily convinced to duel. Well, now I have time to evolve Zubat. I'm going to the area where I found this Beedrill and train there. Alex and Zubat go to the place with the Beedrills and discovered the 5 Beedrill patrolling this area. All were normal potential and between 13 to 15 LV. Zubat receives orders from Alex and uses Shadow Ball against the weakest Beedrill. This Beedrill was overlooked and was hit in the head. He immediately passed out. The 4 Beedrills saw this and EW in the direction of Zubat angry. Zubat uses Ultrasonic and then he IES away quickly. He used again hit and run tactics. This time he was careful not to get hit by string shot. After 2 minutes, all 5 defeated Beedrill. Alex went on with Zubat until Zubat discovered 10 Beedrill. Alex saw the info on this 10 Beedrill. 9 Beedrill were normal and 13 to 16 LV. But a Beedrill was bronze and LV 19. Alex thought bronze Beedrill LV 19 is probably not much slower than my Zubat. This is a very dangerous GHT, but probably one that gives Zubat a lot of experience. No, I can't risk Zubat life for short-term benefits without knowing the dangers. I prefer to count the advantages and disadvantages before I come to this GHT. Poison Sting is a problem. If 10 Beedrill were using Poison Sting at the same time, Zubat probably can't dodge them all. Avoiding 5 Poison Sting is Zubat's limit. While it doesn't do a lot of harm, Zubat isn't a Pokemon that can take a lot of harm. Sting Shot is also a big problem. As soon as Zubat is slower than this 10 Beedrill, he is dead. Haze and Protect can be used one after the other when Zubat is hit by Sting Shot. Using Haze on its own is too dangerous because it can easily be hit by 10 Poison Stings. So that means if Zubat wants to win, that he has to quickly defeat 10 Pokemon, or he has to have a good chance to avoid Poison Sting and Sting Shot. No matter how I think about it, it's too dangerous and unpredictable to go into this GHT. While Zubat has a good chance of winning, Zubat's life is not worth betting. It is better to look for a weaker opponent. Chapter 26. Alex decided not to GHT these 10 Beedrill in the end. It wasn't worth the risk. Alex and Zubat kept walking until Zubat suddenly cried out. Zubat discovered that a Pidgeot was quicklying towards Zubat. Alex saw a Pidgeot just about to dive. He quickly hides behind a tree and screams Zubat use Protect and Confuse Ray. Zubat quickly used Protect and a rapidly falling Pidgeot hit Zubat's shield. Then Zubat quickly uses Confuse Ray. Pidgeot tried to dodge but was too close to Zubat and was hit. Pidgeot who was hit saw 2 different Zubats at once. Alex looked at Pidgeot's info. Pokemon, Pidgeot LV, 19 attributes, flying normal abilities, keen eye gender, male potential, bronze moves, tackle, sand attack, gust, mirror move, quick attack, mirror move, wing attack, roost. Alex thought LV 19 UND bronze. Dust is useless against Keen Eye and Shadow Ball is useless against normal-type Pokemon. Fuck, what a bad matchup. I'd like to run away, but this Pidgeot probably won't give up that easily. I have the advantage to GHT in this deep forest because Zubat is more agile and smaller. If this GHT doesn't go well, I let Zubat use Confuse Ray. Then we have a good chance of getting away. But I want to know RST if this GHT can be won. Alex said Zubat use Swift and use the trees to dodge his attacks. Zubat understood Alex's idea and immediately used Swift. Pidgeot, who saw 2 different attacks, dodged one and was hit by the other. Pidgeot did not dodge the real attack and was hit. After the hit, Pidgeot understood that one of these Zubat was an illusion. He IES towards Zubat and uses Wing Attack. Zubat hid behind a tree, avoiding the attack. The tree that was hit by Wing Attack and had left deep cuts in the wood. This shows the strength of Pokemon. If a person were hit by this attack, he would be badly injured. Alex saw damage to the tree and thought I really should train a bit. At least my agility. I also need another Pokemon that can protect me. I'm a target without a Pokemon next to me. Zubat, who saw the Pidgeot, did not hit and Y around the tree. Then he uses Bite on Pidgeot. Pidgeot, who just attacked, could not avoid this attack and was hit in the neck. A critical hit. Pidgeot, although bleeding from his neck, can still GHT without a problem. Pokemon don't die as easily as humans. Pidgeot's bleeding from his neck was completely pissed off. He saw Zubat want to run away again and quickly used Gust. Zubat, who is too close to the Pidgeot, couldn't avoid it and was hit by a strong gust of wind. He was bumped into a tree and suffered some damage. Alex said Zubat uses Ultrasonic and always tries to stay near trees. Zubat, who trusted Alex, immediately used Ultrasonic and stayed near a tree. Pidgeot was hit by Ultrasonic and suffered a bit of damage. Pidgeot used Gust again, but this time Zubat dodged behind a tree. Then Zubat came out of the tree and used ultrasonic again. Pidgeot tried a few more times, but almost all of his attacks failed. Only one gust hit Zubat and caused a little damage. It can't take much more harm before Pidgeot passing out. Pidgeot knew he would lose like this if this GHT this way continued. He immediately thought of the person who controls this Zubat. That's a better goal. Pidgeot ignores Zubat and Y towards Alex. Alex, who saw this, immediately said Zubat use Confuse Ray and then bite his wings Zubat EW in the direction of Pidgeot, but couldn't reach Pidgeot before he got to Alex. Alex saw the Pidgeot wings light up and became frightened. He quickly hid behind the tree. Pidgeot, who Y in high speed, wasn't Xable and couldn't hit Alex. It hit the tree with a shocking force. Alex felt this power behind the tree and was relieved that he could avoid it. Zubat, who was behind Pidgeot, quickly used Confuse Ray. Pidgeot could not avoid it and saw the world twice again. Zubat gave Pidgeot no time and quickly bite Pidgeot's wing. Pidgeot used wing attack at the same time as Zubat and hit Zubat. Zubat and Pidgeot both suffered harm and were injured. Pidgeot was more seriously injured than Zubat. It probably can't take much more damage. Both Zubat and Pidgeot fought in close combat and exchanged injuries. After 30 seconds the battle was over. A badly injured Zubat and an unconscious Pidgeot were on the battle. Alex said, "Thank you Zubat, you saved me. But, this GHT was too close for my taste. Come to me Zubat, I will heal you with a super potion." Zubat came to Alex and received treatment. After the injured area was treated with super potion, Zubat was in top shape again after a few minutes. Alex also used the rest to heal Pidgeot a bit. Alex didn't want the Pidgeot to suffer permanent damage. Then he catches Pidgeot with a Pokeball. Alex said, "Zubat, I will train with you every morning from now on so that I am at least not that easy target anymore. I also want to say that you fought outstandingly. Normally a Zubat with similar LV has no chance against a Pidgeot." Zubat said with sign language, "Tell me something new. I know that I am especially strong and will be your trump card." Alex thought, "My trump card? Even though Zubat is strong, there is no way he will become my trump card. He must have at least gold potential for this to happen. As long as I don't raise Zubat's potential, he doesn't have a chance to become my trump card." Alex smiles and says, "Okay Zubat, I didn't know you had such an unreachable goal." Zubat looks at Alex and uses sign language to say unreachable goal? "Which of your Pokemon is your trump card? Alex looked at Zubat in shock and said, "Fuck, I was outsmarted by a Zubat. Wait, no, let me give you an answer in a week. Scyther has the same potential as you. We'll see how long you can defend your position." Zubat looks at Alex disapproved and said with sign language, "You think that this overgrown insect has a chance against me? As soon as I evolve, this overgrown insect won't have a chance against me." Alex laughed and said, "I guess someone is jealous. But, I don't care which of you is stronger. As long as everyone gives their best, I won't give up any Pokemon. Don't worry, every Pokemon I pick will have good potential. So every Pokemon will get very strong." Chapter 27. After Zubat was healed, Alex and Zubat went deeper into the Beedrill area. On the way, they met many Kakuna and Weedle hiding on trees. Alex ignored these Pokemon after seeing their info. Most of them were normal. Although a few were bronze, Alex thought it wasn't worth catching low LV bronze Pokemon. Especially if he only has 8 Pokeball. Kakuna and Weedle are Pokemon that never attack other Pokemon for no reason. As long as you don't attack them yourself, these Pokemon ignore you. Alex went on, and after 20 minutes Zubat spotted 5 Beedrill. 4 Beedrill was normal and 13 to 16 LV, and 1 Beedrill were 16 and bronze. Zubat saw Alex's signs and understood that he should carry out Tactic 1. He hit the weakest Beedrill with a Shadow Ball on the head. A critical hit. The weak Beedrill passed out immediately. 4 Beedrill were pissed off by the sudden attack and EW in the direction of Zubat. The GHT doesn't last long. The Beedrill could only use String Shot and Poison Sting against this fast Zubat. Zubat dodged all attacks or used Protect and Haze to defend against these attacks. Although he can only use Protect once, he doesn't have to use it more often in this GHT. Zubat was able to skillfully evade almost all attacks. Alex saw how Zubat defeated all Beedrill with little harm and was proud that his training paid off. He went to the bronze Beedrill and caught it. He saw how Zubat suddenly glowed and thought, nice, Zubat is going to evolve to Golbat. Wait, I have a good idea. Alex took out the 2 daily potions of Tauros blood and said, Zubat, drink this. When a Pokemon evolves, it will take all the energy from the Pokemon to evolve. This is the best time to give valuable items. It can make the Pokemon permanently stronger, and rare items can increase a Pokemon's potential. Although Tauros blood is not very rare, it is an expensive item. It can't improve Zubat's potential, but it can give him a little more permanent strength. Zubat drinks the Tauros blood and the light grew stronger. Zubat grew with the light and slowly grew larger. When the light stopped shining, there was a 1.7 m Golbat in Zubat's place. Golbat is a large, blue, bat-like Pokemon with purple wing membranes. It has small eyes with slit-like pupils, along with tiny triangular ears with purple insides, and a massive mouth with 2 fangs in each jaw. Pokemon, Golbat LV, 22 attribute, poison flying abilities, inner focus gender, male potential, silver moves, absorb, ultrasonic, astonish, bite, wing attack, confuse ray, swift, haze, innate talent, shadow ball, TM, protect. Alex saw Zubat become a Golbat and was very happy. Golbat has a total of 455 base stats, an attack of 80, and a speed of 90. Although these stats are not impressive, they are good for a not yet fully evolving Pokemon. Golbat is now much faster than before and his attacks are also much stronger than before. Alex thinks he can easily defeat Maria's Ekans now. Even when it evolves to Arbok, Alex doesn't think Arbok has a good chance against Golbat. Alex said, Golbat, how do you like your new body? Golbat looked at Alex and said in sign language, I love it. I'm so much stronger than this overgrown insect now. He thought he could easily defeat me. I'll show him who the boss is. Alex smiles and says playfully, Golbat, who's the boss? Think before you answer. By the way, should I buy more of this Tauros blood? Golbat looks at Alex for a few seconds and said, you are the boss. Boss, this Tauros blood was delicious, please buy more of it. Alex smiled and didn't answer. When Pokemon get stronger quickly, they can get arrogant. When that happens, a trainer has to ND a way to suppress the Pokemon and show that the trainer is the boss. It can even happen if an arrogant Pokemon has a bad relationship with the trainer that it rebels. Alex knows this and tries to keep Zubat's arrogance at bay. It's hard when a trainer doesn't have any other Pokemon to suppress an arrogant Pokemon. Fortunately, Alex's relationship with Golbat is very good, so he doesn't have to struggle to suppress Golbat. The forest was slowly getting dark. Alex knew that he had to ND a good resting place. Fortunately, he bought camping equipment so that he doesn't have to sleep on the ground. So he has provisions for a month so that he doesn't have to look for food. This also shows how useful the TRH device is because the TRH device can store a large number of items. After 20 minutes, they found a good place to sleep near an uninhabited tree. Alex ate the daily ration and went to sleep in a tent. Golbat is a Pokemon that emits sound waves while sleeping and therefore knows when a Pokemon is approaching it even while sleeping. That makes Golbat the perfect Pokemon to protect his trainer at night. Golbat slept in the tree just a few meters from Alex's tent. It is close enough to spot any danger beforehand. Time IES, and in the blink of an eye, the sun rises from the east horizon again, and Alex wakes up from his dream at an XCD time by the alarm clock set on the TRH device. It was only 6 in the morning, but at this point, most of the residents in the forest had already woken up. Alex had just pushed open the door of the tent and walked out. Alex has carved various markings on trees to ND ways back. So Alex can go to the Scyther area at any time or leave the forest without getting lost. Alex saw a group of butterfree gathering nectar around some hours that were illuminated by the sun, and also saw some Rattata digging into some small holes with these nut-like fruits in their mouths. The entire forest quickly came to life, and now in front of Alex, it presents a peaceful scene without contention. Unfortunately, what Alex now sees is only the scene that's all displayed by the creatures at the bottom of the entire forest food chain. But if a violent Pokemon, such as Beedrill, Spearow, and Arbok would appear, the tranquil and peaceful scene would instantly be broken, and the hunting games of chase and escape that appeared daily in the forest would begin again. Alex saw this and thought, sad but true, if you have no strength you can only be food in this world. Fortunately, I am strong enough to defend myself against most of the Pokemon in this forest. But I have to get a lot stronger. Only with strength, you can have safety and freedom. Alex smiled and said, Golbat, let's pick up our new partner. Golbat nodded and followed Alex, who was walking towards the Scyther domain. Chapter 28, Alex and Golbat walk for 20 minutes until they see a Scyther. This Scyther had blood on his mouth and sides. There was also a corpse of a Rattata next to him. It looked like Scyther was having breakfast. Alex, who saw this, was a bit nauseous, but he suppressed the feeling quickly. He knows that many Pokemon survive because they eat other Pokemon. Scyther saw Alex and Golbat and was confused. But he quickly understood that Zubat has evolved. Alex said, Scyther, are you ready? Scyther got ready to GHT and nodded. Golbat saw this and also got ready to GHT. Golbat has great advantages in this GHT because Scyther takes twice the damage from flying and because Golbat only takes 1 out of 4 the damage from Scyther bug moves. He is also 5 LV higher than Scyther. Alex said, Golbat used Confuse Ray and then use Wing Attack. Golbat created a yellow bullet and read it in the direction of Scyther. Scyther just managed to dodge. Scyther then used Double Team and 3 Scyther were suddenly on the battle. Alex said, a mistake, Golbat used Wing Attack. Golbat has bad eyes so that he can identify his enemies mainly through the use of sound waves. So the move Double Team is completely useless against Golbat. Golbat IES straight to the real Scyther and hits him with a Wing Attack. It did a lot of damage to Scyther. Although he can GHT, he is not allowed to receive many of these attacks. Scyther wanted to use Roost but knew that this Golbat wouldn't allow that. Roost is a strong move, but only if you are protected from the attacks of the attacking Pokemon. Scyther knew he was likely to lose, but his pride didn't allow him to give up just like that. His sharp sides light up as he IES towards Golbat. Alex saw this and said, Golbat use Wing Attack. We have no problem guiding in close combat. Scyther is a Pokemon that is usually very strong in close combat. The reason is that it has a high attack of 110 and can use the move Fury Cutter. Fury Cutter is a very powerful move in close combat. The problem is that the Golbat only takes 1 out of 4 damage from bug moves. So the Scyther's strongest attack cannot be used. He can only try to defeat Golbat with the move Wing Attack. After just 30 seconds of intense hand-to-hand combat, Scyther passed out. Golbat was only slightly injured. So Alex doesn't have to use a super potion to heal it. Scyther was very injured and Alex had to use almost a whole super potion to heal him. Then he used the rest of the super potion for Golbat. Although Golbat doesn't need a super potion, it can make him heal faster. Alex also gave Golbat an energy powder to recover his energy faster. After 2 minutes, Scyther woke up after being healed by the super potion. He looked at his surroundings and was very sad that he was so weak. He thought that he would defeat Zubat without any problems, but after a day, Zubat, who had evolved, was too strong for him. Alex said, Scyther, according to our bet, you are my Pokemon now. Welcome to the family. I know that you are very sad that you lost, but don't worry, I'll make you so strong that you will realize that it is good for you to lose here. If you don't believe me, look at Golbat. After a day, I made him a lot stronger. Scyther looked at Alex and said in sign language, you won. I will keep my promise, but I expect you to make me a strong Pokemon. Alex nodded seriously and took out a Pokeball. Then he lightly touched Scyther's head with the Pokeball. Scyther was now Alex's second Pokemon. He immediately took Scyther out of his Pokeball and looked at Scyther info again. Pokemon, Scyther LV, 17 attribute, bug flying abilities, technician gender, male potential, silver moves, leer, quick attack, focus energy, double team, feint, fury cutter wing attack, innate talent, roost. Alex thought, how should I train Scyther? All of the moves from Scyther are very useful. I don't know which move to focus on. Leer can reduce a Pokemon's defense power. Quick attack can be used to evade or attack. Plus it's 50% stronger because of technician. Focus energy can make sure that Scyther can hit the weak spots of Pokemon more easily. Double team can be very useful for confusing opponents. Feint can even hit a Pokemon that uses protect or detect. Plus it's 50% stronger because of technician. Fury Cutter can defeat any Pokemon in close combat because it gets stronger with each hit. It is also 50% stronger because of technician and is a bug move, 50% stab. Wing attack is Scyther's most powerful attack in short battles. It is also 50% stronger because of technician and is a ing move, 50% stab. Roost can heal Scyther and can even be used while moving, expert. Also, if you train this move to master rank, you can attack and roost at the same time. That means if Scyther doesn't take damage too quickly or gets too tired, he will be invincible. Pokemon's moves mastery can be divided into 3 levels: beginner, expert, and master. Beginner performs the move normally. Expert, stronger, faster, and more exable than beginners. The Pokemon can move while it is doing the move. Master, stronger, faster, and more exable than expert. The Pokemon can use another move while using that move. He can also modify the move as he likes. Alex thought, besides, how should I physically train Scyther? A warrior who specializes in close combat? An assassin who quickly defeats his enemies? A mix of both? Roost and Fury Cutters are very useful for warriors. Quick attack and double team are better for assassins. Fuck, should I train Scyther for both? Jack of all trades is usually average. I like the specialists more. Even Pokemon have only so much energy and talent. Why be good at everything when you can be a monster in one area? Okay, so assassins and warriors are the best options. Both have advantages and disadvantages. I think warriors are better because Scyther can evolve to Scyther. Although both Scyther and Scyther have the same base stats, 500, Scyther has a better Pokemon type combination. Also, Scyther can make better use of the move Roost and Scyther has a Mega Evolution. I should also ask Scyther how he likes to GHT. Scyther's opinion is also very important. If he wants to GHT like an assassin, I don't want to forbid it. Alex talks to Scyther for an hour. Alex told him the best options and tells him the pros and cons of each guiding style. He explains his reasoning and asks Scyther how he would like to GHT. Scyther was very happy to hear these exact options and that his trainer asked him what he thought was the best of them. Scyther explained to Alex that he would like to GHT like a warrior. Scyther also said that he trusts Alex very much and that he will do his best to meet his expectations. Why asked Alex for Scyther's opinion? There are 2 reasons. One reason, this increases Scyther's trust and affection for Alex. Second reason, both options have many advantages and disadvantages. Which of them was 100% better is difficult to say. It is better to let Scyther decide how he would like to GHT. If you end up choosing a guiding style that Scyther doesn't like, it can cause unnecessary trouble. Chapter 29. After Scyther's guiding style was chosen, Alex thought about the move that Scyther should train. Fury Cutter and Roost are best for Scyther's guiding style. The problem is that Roost has to be trained for the expert rank to make it useful. Being able to use Roost while moving is a great advantage in combat, and if you manage to train Roost to master rank, you can use Roost when attacking. But there is a problem. Training a move from beginner to expert takes 4 months for a Pokemon with normal potential. You have to train intensively during these 4 months to be able to do it in 4 months. That's why potential is so important for trainers. Nobody wants to waste their time training a Pokemon that has no potential. For example, Golbat's Shadow Ball is almost an expert rank after just 8 days. There are 2 reasons. One is that the Shadow Ball is an innate talent move, and the other is that Golbat has silver potential. Alex decided to mainly train Roost and Fury Cutter. It is important for these moves that Scyther can move if he used them. Fury Cutter can more easily be used to pursue an enemy, and Roost can be used if Scyther dodges. Besides, Roost is an innate talent move so that the move can be mastered faster than other moves. The problem is that Alex can't train this move effectively right now. In the forest, you never know when you will be attacked. If you are tired of training and are attacked by a strong Pokemon, you will likely lose a GHT that you would normally win. Scyther also needs nutritious food. Zubat can drink blood from powerful Pokemon, but Scyther needs Ink-type or Bug-type food to improve his body effectively. Alex thought, okay, I'll catch a lot of valuable Pokemon quickly and exchange them for TR points. Then I can buy good food for Scyther. I should also buy Tauros blood for Golbat when I'm out of this forest. After Scyther was healed, they all went on again. After only 10 minutes, Golbat discovered another Pokemon that was hiding in a bush and probably wants to ambush other Pokemon. Alex said Golbat use Ultrasonic against the bush and see which Pokemon is hiding there. If it's way too strong, Y away in the direction of our sleeping place. But don't worry too much, strong Pokemon usually don't use such a trap. Scyther and I stay here for now. Scyther looked at Alex and said with sign language, why am I staying here? You know I can Y too, right? Alex smiled and said shamelessly, so that you can protect me. Scyther was surprised and gave Alex an odd look. For him, it's abnormal that Alex can say this with a smile. But he has to agree with Alex, human beings are really weak. Even a weak Pokemon can kill a grown man. Golbat IES in the direction of the bush and use Ultrasonic against it. Eradicate immediately ran out of the bush and looked angrily in the direction of Golbat. Alex looked at Raticate info. Pokemon, Raticate LV, 23 attributes, normal abilities, guts gender, male potential, bronze moves, tackle, tail whip, quick attack, focus energy, bite, super fong, crunch. Alex thought LV23 and bronze, not bad. Also, this is a good matchup for Golbat because Raticate has no attack the Golbat can hit in the air. I let Golbat GHT this GHT himself. He should be able to win easily without me. The GHT ended after just 3 minutes. Raticate could reach Golbat with his bounce, but Golbat was too exible in the air that Raticate couldn't even hit Golbat. Raticate noticed this and tried to run away, but was followed and stopped by Golbat. Raticate was completely pissed off and tried to hit Golbat at least once. Only after 3 minutes, Raticate could no longer take the damage and passed out. Alex caught Raticate with a Pokeball and praised Golbat for his good GHT. After 30 minutes, Golbat spotted 5 Beedrill. These Beedrill were between LV13 and 15, and one of these Beedrill was bronze potential. Alex said, Scyther, you are guiding these 5 Beedrill. Use focus energy as often as you can before the GHT and then immediately try to defeat a Beedrill with wing attack. Scyther was happy that he could nally GHT and nodded to Alex. He then used focus energy 4 times and then he attacked a Beedrill with wing attack. He hit this Beedrill on the head, a critical hit. Scyther immediately defeated a Beedrill with 1 hit. The Beedrill saw that one of them was put down and was angry. The 4 Beedrill tried to circle Scyther, but Scyther did not allow that and immediately attacked a Beedrill with a wing attack. He hurts this Beedrill badly. After just a minute, Scyther defeated all Beedrill in close combat. Although he was slightly injured, he used Roost to heal himself after the GHT. Alex was very impressed with Scyther's close combat strength. Zubat on the same LV could only win with a hit and run tactic. But Scyther could win with rough strength. Then Alex took out a Pokeball and caught the bronze Beedrill. Then he allowed Golbat to drink the blood of the other Beedrill and Scyther to eat the other Beedrill. Although this is cruel, Scyther has to eat and Alex has no other food for Scyther. In the wild, the strong eat the weak. Alex thinks after joining Team Rocket he's become more immoral. He used to think he would strongly avoid killing a human or a Pokemon. But now he's ready to kill a human or a Pokemon if the Pokemon or human is not innocent. To him, a Pokemon life is worth just as much as human life is. So why is Alex indirectly killing a Pokemon? The reason is that Beedrill is a Pokemon that likes to hunt and kill weak Pokemon for fun. Alex has no problem using such Pokemon as food. Chapter 30. After everyone has eaten and rested, they move on. After only 5 minutes, Golbat noticed that 15 Beedrill were in their direction. Alex and his Pokemon hid in a bush. He wanted to know the strength of the enemy before he wanted to GHT. Especially when there are so many Pokemon. Then Alex saw the info from the little swarm of Beedrills. 14 Beedrill were between LV 13 to 18 and the 2 Beedrill the LV 18 are also has bronze potential. In addition, the leader of this little swarm was much stronger. Pokemon, Beedrill LV, 23 attributes, bug poison abilities, swarm gender, male potential, silver moves, poison sting, string shot, harden, peck, twine needle, rage, fury attack, focus energy, poison jab, innate talent, hyper beam. Alex thought about whether he should try to conquer this Pokemon. Catching is one thing, but whether the Pokemon obeys your orders is another matter. Especially after Alex and his Pokemon have Beedrill blood on their hands. Beedrill is Pokemon they can easily tell if another Pokemon recently killed a Beedrill. That depends on his sense of smell. Beedrill's blood can be recognized by other Beedrill by its smell. Therefore a Beedrill knows immediately if another Pokemon has recently killed a Beedrill. Of course, this smell gets weaker over time. He chose not to try. The chance of conquering a Pokemon that hates you is slim. Especially Pokemon that have a high potential. Alex also needs money and he would get a lot of money for a silver Beedrill with Hyper Beam. Alex thought the question is how I am supposed to defeat this little swarm of Beedrills with only 2 Pokemon? Without the Beedrill leader, I have the feeling that Golbat and Scyther can defeat the other 14 Beedrill. Wait, I have a good idea. When Alex was just thinking, the leader of the Beedrill smell in the bush of Alex, Beedrill blood. He and his 14 Beedrill EW in the direction of the bush. Alex recognized that he was spotted and said Golbat Y out of the bush and lure the swarm from the bush. Use ultrasonic to do damage while running away. Scyther uses focus energy and wait for the leader to Y over the bush to chase Golbat, then use wing attack to attack him. After the attack, lock the GHT away from this bush. Golbat IES straight from the bush and used ultrasonic. The 15 Beedrill discovered that a Golbat smelled of blood from Beedrill and pursued him. Scyther uses focus energy and wait until the leader IES in range. As soon as the silver Beedrill was only 2 meters from Scyther, it was ambushed by Scyther. Scyther jumped out of the bush and used wing attack on the silver Beedrill. The silver Beedrill was surprised and was hit in the head by Scyther. A critically hit. He was badly injured. Although he can still GHT, he cannot take much more damage. The silver Beedrill was now completely angry and was in the direction of Scyther. The other 14 Beedrill saw this and followed their leader. Golbat saw that these Beedrills no longer chase him and Y in the direction of Scyther to help him. Scyther was slowly being surrounded by the Beedrills. But Scyther was not afraid and GHTS in close combat against these Beedrills. After a few seconds, Golbat joins this close combat. Scyther and Golbat remembered Alex's words and both used wing attack on the silver Beedrill. The silver Beedrill was surprised that these 2 Pokemon tanks the attacks of the other Beedrill to attack him. He managed to avoid Golbat wing attack but was hit by the other wing attack. The silver Beedrill passed out. But in order to defeat this silver Beedrill quickly, Scyther suffered many minor injuries from the other 14 Beedrill and was poisoned. Golbat had far fewer injuries than Scyther because Golbat does not take any real damage from bug or poison type attacks. While Scyther doesn't take much damage against bug moves either, he's normally susceptible to poison moves. Then the two Pokemon that were faster than the rest of the 14 Beedrill performed a hit-and-run tactic. After only 1 minute, 10 Beedrill were defeated and the other 4 ran away. Among the 10 defeated Beedrill were the 2 bronze Beedrill. Alex took out the antidote and cured Scyther poisoning. He also asked Scyther if Roost is enough or if he should use a super potion to heal him. Roost is still at the beginner level and is not as effective as a super potion. Scyther looks at Alex and said in sign language, "Don't worry, these are just a few scratches." Alex saw the Scyther was bleeding profusely and said, "A few scratches?" "Scyther, I understand that you are brave, but please take better care of your body. Besides, use Roost quickly to stop the bleeding." Scyther used Roost and said to Golbat, "Is he always like this when a Pokemon is injured?" Golbat looked at Alex and said to Scyther, "Yes, he acts like my mother when I am injured, and sometimes he acts like my father when I ignore his orders. But he only acts like that for us. For other Pokemon he often is indifferent. I don't know what you're thinking, but I like our trainer." Scyther said to Golbat, "Like a mother or father? I never saw my mother or father. I always had to survive alone." Golbat looks at Scyther and says, "You will get used to it. I don't know how other trainers treat their Pokemon, but I think we're lucky. But I have to say that I'm the trump card, okay?" Scyther looked arrogantly in the direction of Golbat and said, "Trump card? Strongest Pokemon? Haha, you only have a small advantage. After a week I'm twice as strong as you." Golbat also looks arrogantly in the direction of Golbat and said, "2 times as strong? Haha, you overgrown insect thinks that you can become stronger than I can? Stop dreaming." Scyther said, "Yeah, really? Come on, let's sort this out now. You overgrown bat." Alex didn't understand what they were saying in Pokemon language but noticed that they were both getting louder and louder. At the beginning, they talked normally to each other and he thought how nice it was that both Pokemon get along so well. But he noticed that they quickly started arguing. Alex said, "Golbat, Scyther, stop quarrel. Everyone here is a family member. We should be supportive of each other and not GHT unnecessarily." Golbat and Scyther looked at Alex disapprovingly. Alex says coldly, "Oh, you want to learn it the hard way?" Scyther was surprised how quickly Alex got cold and Scyther quickly stopped arguing. Golbat remembers the RST day he met Alex and also stopped arguing. Alex smiled and said, "I'm glad you're so sensible." Both Scyther and Golbat thought hypocrite at the same time. That's the end of this tale for now. Check out the Discord linked in the description. We're trying to build a community here, lads. Like and subscribe for quicker video updates, and with that being said, peace.